everyone. My name is the YouTube Schizophrenic, and please welcome my guest, Malice Black.
Hello, hello, hello.
Subtitle Bully.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you to everyone in the chat today. So, I guess we'll just get right into it. So, Malice Black, where were you born?
South Africa.
So, like, I don't want you to doctor something, but like, where we're at in South Africa? Like, is there like a poorer region, wealthier region?
I was born in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, uh, in KwaZulu Natal, in a very small town, maybe 1,000 people.
Okay, so like,
Very underdeveloped.
okay, so like, your living conditions, like what house were you born into? Like I've heard you say in your lives that like there were people living in straw huts.
Yeah, like literally the town I grew up in is in the Zulu King's kingdom, basically. So people are living in like mud huts and things like that. My grandfather was the captain of the police station in that town, and my mother worked for the Zulu King's government. So we had like government housing, I guess. So it was like a normal household, I think, but we were incredibly poor, like everybody, I guess.
Yes, and like were your parents tall?
My parents tall, no, my mother's short as fuck. My
Okay,
grandfather's tall. From what I can remember of my father, no, he is not that tall either.
okay. So like, because I asked this because you yourself are 5'11",
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
And
I am
I
5'11".
I did a little research on South Africa. Like the average height's actually lower than it is in a lot of Western countries. It's like 5'7" for men is the average height.
5'7". Jesus, my ex-husband was like 6'9". Really?
That's what it says. It's actually lower on average.
Really? Damn, I was short as fuck. Hey, Emma.
Okay, interesting. So actually, you didn't tower over everyone like too badly then.
When I was in like primary school, yeah, but then I kind of got like overtaken
Okay.
as we got older and everybody hit their growth spurts. Yeah.
Okay. And you also you said you experienced a lot of bullying growing up because of your height for one, and also because you're translucently white, like mostly Scandinavian.
Yeah, mostly Scandinavian and Western European. Yeah, I did get bullied a lot because I mean, white people in South Africa, we're the like minority, we're 8%. Um, and like translucent white, like I'm stupid white, like I'm white. You don't get any whiter than I am, and I had like bright orange hair as well, so it was like quite easily to Ronald McDonald me, quite easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like, would you say this ended as you got older, or did it continue into
Um,
adulthood? Like, is there a lot of racial tensions there in South Africa?
oh yeah, but there's always been racial tensions in South Africa. I mean, it didn't really end with the end of apartheid. It sort of like died off, not died off, but it was like controlled during Mandela and his presidency. And then it popped off again when, not Julius, Jacob, God, I can't remember Zuma. There we go. Zuma. And Zuma took over. It all popped off. And then the EFF came up, and then it was just a shit show. And then the racial tensions like popped off again. But yeah.
Yes, and I also heard like in your live you say that like it was just like part of their culture. It's raised like you can't leave the house without men, just like for safety reasons.
Yes, that is very much correct. There are actually a few South Africans here in New Zealand that I am familiar with, where the men are dating New Zealand women, and they're like, "The why you can't leave that? What are you doing? You can't go for a run. You can't do this.
Yeah,
You can't do that. It's going to be like you're gonna get
and
hurt."
they're not even coming from a bad place necessarily. It's just a culture.
No, it's just protectiveness. Basically, it's like protectiveness. That's it.
Yes, and so you do not currently live in South Africa. So let's talk about how all that happened.
Ah, yes. How did I get here? Um, well, I didn't have a very good upbringing. I got engaged to a man 8 years my senior when I was 15. I was basically groomed. So I was married at 21. I didn't realize that the things he was doing was not um, normal, I guess.
Hmm.
And then um, ship up quite heavily. My parents got worried. Um, they said, okay, come to New Zealand for a little while. And I left my husband at that time, my ex husband at that time. And um, I went to see a lawyer, and the lawyer was like, shit, bro, this is not good. This is not good. We can't send you back there. And I was like, okay. And that's basically like,
So is marrying people off at 15, is that normal
no,
there? Is
it's
that
not.
okay? Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay. I think that was an important distinction there.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. No, it's not.
So now we're getting into like I suppose your immigration case. I know some of this has been brought onto YouTube as well.
Oh yeah, the immigration fraud. Oh, that's great. Oh,
Yeah, so
people
let's
accusing
talk
you of
about that.
immigration fraud. Um, so basically, what the thing is? So I'm like a practicing witch, right? And it was South Africa has anti-witchcraft laws. It's still a thing that people die over. It's still a thing that you can be sent to jail for. It's not. It's not accepted really. Um, so so yeah, they took one Tumblr post of me saying, my mother wanted to send my grandma, which was basically online. It was like in a Google Doc, and send it to somebody to have it professionally printed because she wanted to make it look pretty for my immigration officer. And they took that as me making shit up, basically, and that's what it was. When that was one part of a three-prong case. I was the first person in 23 years to be granted um, a humanitarian visa residency within New Zealand in a tribunal court. So
And how many years ago was this?
it's been 7 years, 6 or 7 years.
Okay. And this like are these things like I would think something like that would make like news stories almost. Like that sounds like a big deal.
Nah,
No, it's all very
nah.
privately handled.
Yeah, it's private. Like we, they don't. They the New Zealand government doesn't release names of people. Even like the mosque shooter, for example, his name wasn't released either for a good long while. So that sort of thing, kind of like and staying anonymous is kind of a thing. Also, I don't want that kind of attention on me.
Yeah. So you at this point you're in New Zealand. So how many years does it take you to actually get settled and start your YouTube?
I started YouTube last year, December.
Okay, so you're fairly new.
Yeah.
Okay, so um now at this point like you start your YouTube channel. What are you covering? Like what are you watching before you start making your stuff?
So I enjoyed Girl World for a while. I also watched a lot of Christian YouTubers who were just like completely zealous and crazy. And I was like, yeah, nah, I don't like this. And that's actually what I started my YouTube channel on, was Girl Defined and other Christian YouTubers who were a bit, I don't know, what's the word? Zealous. Yeah, zealous, who were a bit extremists. And then
Okay,
I got
so
into Girl World just before Foodie Beauty's mistreatment of BBJ came out. And that's
okay.
when I started covering Foodie Beauty.
So you're covering Foodie Beauty. Like, are you doing live streams, video content? What kind?
No, I
What? How
was
did you?
doing video content. I was doing video content. I rarely live streamed, actually. Rarely.
So
So I was doing sit down stuff.
you were doing commentary though, clips.
Commentary.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So did you get into any drama in this Gore World sphere? 'Cause I know there is a lot
No.
of
No, I don't think I had any beef with anybody in Girl World during that time. No.
drama. Okay. You were a tiny YouTuber though. At that
Tiny, tiny,
tiny.
tiny, tiny. Yeah.
Okay. So you also said you covered the Shanny for Christ stuff. Was that
Oh, I
also a
did. Yeah.
smooth?
So, what I did was I started off with Girl World. I started getting bored with just covering Girl World. So then I did Girl World and then Shanny for Christ. I also did Tammy Lemon, for example. She's like a wholesome creator. I quite like her. And other cows as well that I would do. So I like diversified
Yeah.
after a bit.
So following that walk me through the timeline. Would you go straight from them into like Carrie, Teddy meeting that group?
No, I actually was covering Shani for Christ for a good while before I even met Carrie or Teddy.
Okay.
And then somehow I got onto Carrie's radar. I don't know how. Yeah, and then we were friendly. Yeah, we were friendly, and she started like frequenting my lives. Her followers started coming into my lives. We kind of like sort of community merged, but not completely. I disavowed her before that happened.
Okay. So like walk me through like what you all were doing together while you all were friends. Were you just doing panels, commentary stuff? Were
I
you
did
just looking at cows?
two. I did two panels with Carrie, one on her channel, and one on another content creator channel called Lolcow Productions. Was it three? It was two or three. Two on Lolcow, I think, and then there was a falling out with someone called Silent 404 and one of Carrie's mods. No, Teddy came first. Teddy came first. Teddy was threatening people, a YouTube joke, whatever, with bricks, and that's how the brick started. Brick Squad started, and then Queen of Karma came in. She joined the Brick
So
Squad.
before we go further, like what exactly was the comment about the bricks? Like walk me through how it offended you. Like
So Teddy basically said that we should all be hit by bricks. And Auntie Jessie, which was another reactor at that point, and who was Carrie's best friend at that point, should like wheel herself into a deep end of a pool in her wheelchair. And that triggered the fuck out of me. And I went on a rampage.
okay. And like walk me through this rampage here. Like what exactly did you do to Teddy?
So basically what happened was Carrie and her mods, they were like 4 or 5 mods, gave me Teddy's name. And they were like, oh, good, we have Carrie people in here too. Gave me Josh, I mean, honestly, everybody knows his name by now. Gave me Josh's name and said, go forth. And I was so angry. I was so angry by that comment. And I found a Twitter page, an old Twitter page about him, something to do with poop. I can't even remember. And an old Facebook that he used. I redacted all the information, his name, his picture was already out there, so I didn't like even think to take that out because literally his picture was already out there. And Teddy then doxed his criminal record, thinking that I would dox his criminal record.
Okay,
And
so
I didn't.
he saw this coming out because you gathered information on him from his personal page.
Yeah.
And then he preemptively came out with his criminal history, thinking
Yeah.
that you were going to expose it anyway.
Yeah, which I never did.
Before your content had even come out.
Yeah, I made like a little trailer video. Like it was like literally I don't even know if it was like 2-3 minutes long. A little trailer, like trolley, like, oh, look at these funny posts I found thing. And he preemptively like just came out with everything. And I was like, what are you doing? Don't do that. I'm not going, like at that point, I didn't even know he had a criminal history. I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Okay.
And then when he did that, I was like, shit, you have a criminal history? Fuck, okay.
Okay. So he exposes his criminal history. So does the video actually come out anyway at this point, or do you just give up?
No, I didn't. There was not supposed to be any like video. It was just literally like a small like little trailer. And then I did a live stream where I laid into him. That's it. And said, like, I laid into his ass about like making comments about people throwing bricks and shit. Like, that's it. That's what I did.
Okay. And
it got out of hand. It got out of hand. Like, I said shit I shouldn't have said. I'm pretty sure he thinks he said shit he shouldn't, like he feels like he shouldn't have said that shit. But like it happened, man. It happened. Shit happens.
So it sounds like there was a lot of back and forth here. Someone's making jokes about hitting people with bricks. You're over here making him think his whole life's about to be exposed. There's a lot of shit slinging back and forth.
Yeah. To be fair, at that point, I was known for exposing the stupid and horrendously crappy stuff that Carly had done to people. So I could see how he kind of thought I was going to go into that direction. But yeah, I mean, fair.
Okay, so when does it get serious? Because it's like you said, also that they got a hold of a picture of your face. So how did all that happen?
I'm actually not sure. I know I did a live stream. I was very, very sick, super sick. So I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I was super sick, and I was swollen, and it's why I don't go on camera anymore, because like honestly, I'm like sick most of the time, so it doesn't really matter why am I on camera. And they took that and they used it. I freaked out. I freaked out because I was still very afraid of my ex-husband. I didn't want him to know where I was, who I was, what name I was using, all of that stuff. And I freaked out completely. I freaked out. I think that's when I didn't even know Queen of Karma. Just I don't know who the fuck Queen of Karma was. At one point, she was in my Discord. Her and I think Auntie Social Media, actually, when they were still friends, were in my Discord. And then one of Carrie's people, Soren, I think, warned me about Queen of Karma. I didn't even know. And then Queen of Karma just like yeeted herself out of my Discord.
Hold on. You met Queen of Karma before Carly?
Yeah, way before Carly.
Okay.
Way before Carly. Queen of Karma was actually one of my subs.
Okay. Like your your early subs, your members?
Yeah. She wasn't like a member, but she was like one of my subs. She was in my Discord, all of that stuff. And then somebody came in. I didn't know who she was. Like, I don't go down my entire sub list and like click on who's the reactor I'm following today. Like, usually in YouTube notifications, when a reactor comments on your shit, you get like the little bell thingy that says this person has replied to you. So if you're not here for my boring life story, then fuck off, bro. Jesus. Sorry. I said I would poke a little, not a lot.
Okay. So going from there, you've met Queen of Karma. I understand you all were enemies at first. So how did all that go down exactly?
We weren't enemies at first. That's the thing. I didn't know her. I didn't know her. I didn't know her at all. She was in my Discord. Somebody said Queen of Karma is a weirdo. I was like, wait, really? Okay. And then she just popped off out of my Discord.
So she's a sub. You get a warning about her, and you put it in your pocket and keep it to yourself. Then,
yeah, I was like, okay, I don't know who you are. Like, Jesus, somebody tell me who she is.
Yes, Hogan, New Zealand, and a mix of South African, right?
I'm also Serbian, and
Serbian.
Yeah, and English, and I don't know what else am I? Fuck. Like, there's so many things that I am. I'm a 73-year-old Serbian, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not New Zealand. But fuck, I'm not a Kiwi. I'm a 73-year-old Serbian woman.
Okay. So you've met Queen of Karma. She's a sub. She's in your chats and everything. Where do we get the falling out? Because I know you and Carrie were so good at the time. I've seen a clip of you claiming that Queen was doxing in Carrie's chat or your chat, I believe.
Oh yeah, Queen doxed Carly's fucking past, her.
Well, I know exactly what it was, and the thing is, Carly herself is open about it now. I've seen people ask Carly about it, and like she's admitted.
Yeah, but there's more to it. There's a lot more to it, and she put that on a community post. And was it a community post?
Then it was apparently in a chat, and then Queen got blocked, and then you're up there saying that's a dox, that's not public knowledge, and that's what the issues had.
Yeah. So I was like, no, stop, get that shit out. That's not okay. That's not public knowledge. I've been trying to keep that crap under wraps for like forever. I even fucking emailed Carly and saying, tighten up your goddamn socials, because everybody and their best friend can find your shit. Please and thank you. To this fucking day, Carly, tighten up your social media, bro.
Okay, so at this point, when you and Queen of Karma have a falling out, you found Carly, you reacting to her just innocently, her singing, her dancing videos.
Yeah, that was like first couple, yep.
And then everyone starts coming to you with information. So you were in other mod groups, like with phone numbers involved, right?
Yeah, so there was a big collective of Carly X mods that would literally, Carly would remod them and remod them and remod them under different names, because that's what Carly does. She just picks anybody out of her chats and she mods them, and they're all her best friends, right? So I was like, okay, I'm in this mod group now, where they invited me to, like, first it was a Snapchat group, and then it was like phone numbers. And I was in this group, and I mean, like, I did a whole live stream about what was said in that group. And I was doing stuff like, don't get Carly to go live tonight. Like, Carly shouldn't go live tonight. She should go live tomorrow night. I don't feel like covering her tonight. That kind of stuff, right? It wasn't like crappy shit that I was doing. But there was a bit where they went onto Carly's mom's Facebook page and grabbed photos of her daughter, and they posted it in this mod group. And I was like, no. So I emailed Carly's mother, and I was like, fucking tighten up your social media. Tighten up your social media.
So you did not call Carly's mother, as is the accusation. You sent an email.
There's an accusation that I called Carly's mother.
That's what I first heard it as, is that you called Carly.
No, I emailed her.
That's the screenshot you showed me with an email,
It
which
was an email.
I assume you got from the mod group doxing her, right?
No. Like they literally put her mom's like Facebook in there, and her mom's email address was on her Facebook.
Okay, well there you go.
So I went and I was like, listen, bro, like your granddaughter is being doxxed by a group of mods. Like, you really want your granddaughter to be a part of your daughter's crazy?
Okay.
Like, nah.
So you've discovered this going on. You emailed her mother about it. You never got a response back, correct?
Nope.
And then you also emailed Carly.
I did email Carly. Yep.
So personally, I think emailing her mother, that is going in real life. That's the sort of stuff that should not be done. Emailing Carly herself, though, that's within acceptable bounds.
I mean, Carly wasn't going to do anything about her.
So what did Carly say back? Respond with?
Nothing. Carly wasn't going to do a damn thing about her daughter being doxxed, and Carly's daughter lives with her mother. So the most reasonable person to contact in regards to her daughter or her granddaughter being doxxed is the person who has care over the child, in my eyes. Carly wouldn't do anything for her child. Not the way she doxes her anyway. I mean, we all know which schools she goes to, what her name is, how old she is, all of this stuff. So,
Okay. So you get no response back, and like how does the public even become aware of this, that you were reaching out
oh,
to
I told
people?
it.
Oh, you just announced it to the world?
Yeah, straight up.
So you say you do these things, and then they came at you and criticized you for it.
No,
Carly
they
never
were
said anything
trying
in her
to.
streams about it?
Nothing. Not a word. Like, I'm extremely transparent with my shit. I don't know why people are like, oh my God, Malice is shady. No.
So
I
so this mod group,
mm-hmm.
it was all you all didn't have names, but you had phone numbers, which is very odd.
Yeah. So I was using a Google phone number, one of those like Google phone number thingies. And it was all like fake names. It was really fake names. Like, they were the names they were using to mod for Carly. So I don't know who anybody was.
Okay.
Straight up. If I did, I wouldn't say who they were, honestly. But yeah, I'm not going to like dox people's names.
Okay, well that's I was just curious because it's just very odd to have a group of phone numbers. So this group, what happens to it? So they start posting all this info in there. Do you just leave the group? What happened to it?
I told them they were doing fuck shit and I left. And then I did an entire stream where I read out all the messages.
So they're still out there somewhere doing this. So the daughter's been doxxed. All the court records are still out there in the wild.
The court records are still out there. The daughter's been doxxed. I mean,
so effectively, all you did was give them a heads up that it was happening. There was nothing that you could do to stop it at that point.
I mean, what could I do? I mean, I told Carly, this is the information that we have, or that was shared to me, because the original docs I got was sent to me by somebody else named Kevin Ratcliffe. I think it was. I still have the DM somewhere.
Yeah.
And me her court papers, and I was like, what the fuck? Emma got the same shit. And
now,
I was, yeah.
I was just wondering. Now, as I was wondering, like about this group you're in, do they know you as Malice Black in this group, or are you just another? Okay, so they know you were there. They know that they were going to get streamed about.
I don't know if they knew they were going to get streamed about. I think they thought that I might just take their side because I don't like Carly.
Okay, well, they didn't know. They definitely didn't know you would react that way, but they definitely knew once you said something they were going to have to deal with some backlash.
I don't know if they thought that I would actually go as far as to actually put myself on blast. So I think they were banking on the fact that I would just keep quiet about everything because I didn't want to ruin my reputation. So I don't think they were expecting that. No.
Okay. So going from there, so at this point, or actually, I guess we have to back up, right? At this point, because you just found. Let's go back to where you just found Carly. You're still being nice to her. When does she start taking things too far with you?
When did she start taking things too far with me? Oh,
Where does it begin? Like, is it just some words she says? Like, what was the first moment that made you go, "Whoa, Carly"? Like, I'm just reacting to you, making fun of you a little bit.
that's that was shortly after I actually put her fake mods on blast. I was doing a live stream and I had just lost a baby. And Carly and her little mod group came into my live stream, started making fun of my miscarriage, told me to kill myself. Daniel was actually with me that day. Um, yeah, that was like kind of the turning point of my commentary towards Carly.
Okay. So this is before she meets Cyrus, right?
Yeah, that's before she met
Okay.
Cyrus.
So, how did Carly come into this information about you just having miscarried?
I actually spoke about it on a live stream because I had taken a bit of time off, and I said, "This is the reason why. This is the reason why I'm taking time off. I don't want your pity. I don't want anything like that." And I took time off. And then when I came back, and Carly came into my stream, and she did that.
So you do this announcement. You just tell your like you said you're very transparent. You just tell your audience what's going on in your life. A week later,
Mm-hmm.
you come back, and then immediately they strike.
Yep, they came in hot.
Okay.
Literally.
Was it Carly in her own account with her own moderator?
Carly on her own account. And I think it was Haley, Miranda, and somebody else. I can't really
So
remember what the other
did you,
mod's name was, but they
did
all
you
came in into my chat, and that's what they
did
did.
you did you check? Did you click on it? Check the account to make sure.
Yep, it was
Okay.
Carly. It was Carly.
All right. So where does another thing that I heard is that a mod came in and started calling you Malice the Baron. Is that a moderator who did it? Because that doesn't sound like something Carly would come up with on her own.
Oh, that was a moderator, Gabby. She was Gabby. I think it was Living Lovely. Not entirely sure. We think it was Living Lovely, but yeah, they called me Malice the Baron. And I actually put that in my about section for a while. Malice Baron is as like a title. And
Mm-hmm.
we called the community the Gabbies. So that was fun.
Okay. So this had an impact into your real life, right? So they came in there hurling insults. It just happened. Like what happened like immediately after that? You in the stream? I understand that your fiance at the time left.
Yeah, he did. Um, he did. Daniel has never lost a child before. I've lost two before that. Um, so he was still very raw, and he had a bit of a reaction towards that. And he actually had to leave the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's wow. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Even if it was a bunch of trolls or whatever that did that impersonating people, it's still pretty rough to have happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great.
So going from there, when does Carly come into contact with Cyrus? Because that is the next big controversy that you get into, right?
Oh God. Cyrus was only a couple of months ago. So Cyrus is I don't know if anybody knows this, but Cyrus is a Cyrax sympathizer who was also found out to be a pedophile. And Carly went to Cyrus, and said that he should make videos about myself, Emma, Hetman, Chad, Pretty Little Lies, and Samantha. And I actually said to Carly, this man is a pedophile. You have a child. She said she didn't believe it. I sent her video evidence that he was indeed one, and that he wanted a Discord full of children that he could shape and groom and rule. And she ignored it, and she kept going on about he's her best friend and all of this stuff. And I was just like, okay, you're done. I'm done. I'm done being nice to you. Done. Gloves off. Bye.
Okay.
I have a kid, man. I have a kid. I don't care if this person is in America or fucking Antarctica. You do not put a pedophile in my line of sight and think I'm going to be nice to you afterwards.
So as I've looked into the story, you say that you sent Carly, quote, evidence of this. Like, what did you send her specifically, and how did you send it?
I actually linked it in her comment section under my backup channel, so she could see that it was like me. It's not like an alt account or anything. It was literally under my backup channel, and it was a video of Cyrus admitting that he wanted this Discord. I think he wanted to call it Aurora. Was the Discord that he wanted to call it, and that he wanted to groom these children, and how he wanted to shape them. And his boyfriend at the time was like 15, and it was just not okay. None of it was okay. And I was like, Carly, this is who you are speaking to. This is your friend. Stop it. Protect yourself and your child. And she was like, nope. And I was like, fine.
Okay. So you said that you sent her that, and then she how do you know she saw it exactly?
She deleted the comment.
Okay. Like, did you check it to make sure it was actually posted?
Yep. Checked
Make
it,
sure
made sure it was posted. One of my moms checked that it was there, all of that. And when we went back later, the comment was gone. She had deleted it.
Okay. So, did she never made any mention of it in a lie? I mean, I actually know she did. She was saying that she was defending him, saying that he was not a pedophile.
Yeah, she was defending him,
Right,
saying
I
he was
remember
not
that.
a pedophile. Yeah.
So
So
she
she
was
did.
aware of these accusations, aware
Yes.
of the controversy around, and was defending him, which is a very bad look. But now she did it. Now Carly did eventually move away from that person, Cyrus, right?
Yeah, she
Like,
did. I think she took too much heat for it, and she moved away from it.
yeah.
But
So I was thinking timeline wise, how long were they together? Like, because I understand that you coming to her with that, with considering y'all's history at the time, she may have just dismissed it immediately. So how long did it take her before it obviously became apparent other people were involved who had nothing to do with her?
it was weeks.
Weeks.
It was weeks of people telling
So,
her the stuff that
a
people
month.
that were me. I would say about a month. Yeah, about a month.
Okay.
I mean, YouTube time like moves differently, so you
Yeah,
think stuff like
and
happened like a week ago.
I'd also say that I know Carly's in the chat. Is that Carly herself kind of is in a bubble? I don't think she is fully aware of the full scope of everything at all.
Fair.
So it may have taken her a month to actually get that info, and actually from a quote unquote trusted source.
Considering her mods were telling her this as well, I don't know. Like, yeah, she's in a bubble, and yeah, people tend to climb up her ass to troll her. But
That's a good transition, actually. So let's talk about the trolling and how she probably doesn't trust anyone anymore.
she trusts us too easily, I think.
Well, yes, definitely. And then So you've trolled her in some pretty serious ways. I think the biggest one is called her, or she called you
Yep.
as you were live, and you
Yep.
put it on with a like. I mean, not the worst Southern accent I've
It
ever.
was the worst Southern accent. Come on.
It was pretty bad.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was the worst Southern accent ever. Like, you cannot fake that. That is bad. It was horrendous.
Yeah, it was. It's not like I said, not the worst I've ever heard, but it was pretty bad. She she bought it.
She did buy it. She did. Yeah, so what basically was happening, right, is like through all of this horse shit, right? I have a soft spot for her fiance Freddie. Not in any like romantic way. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry that he looks unhappy. And I was talking to him under an alt account because Carly, even when I speak to like Freddie as myself, like I have DMs from Freddie saying, Carly made me block you. Carly made me do this. Carly made me do that. So I went under an alt account and I was making sure that Freddie was okay and they were all okay. I like Malice, but their call was too far. And I did the same with Carly, actually. I was like, how are you today? Are you doing okay? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I think I sent you the screenshots, actually. Did I? It was like, it wasn't
of the
anything.
TikTok conversation.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was it wasn't anything fucking weird. It wasn't me trying to like.
It was kind of odd that she would call you specifically. Like you
I
hadn't
don't
really.
know why. I don't know why she
randomly
chose to
picked
call
the
me.
follower to call. Well,
Pardon?
anyway, it's like she randomly picked a follower to call.
Yeah, she randomly picked somebody to call, and it just happened to be me.
Yeah, which I will say, I think putting people's calls up on a live when they don't know it, that's scummy no matter who you do it to.
It was
Okay.
scummy. It was scummy, but it was also funny.
That
In my
aside.
opinion.
So another troll, since you say you have a soft spot for Freddie, did you orchestrate an argument between her and Freddie by having trolls go in there and say Freddie was gonna leave you, and then putting up a weird out of context screenshot that kind of sold that story when Carly went over to your live?
Oh yeah, but it wasn't an out of context one. It was literally that's what he said. He was going to leave Carly and live with his sister. It was an out of context. That screenshot was literally that was what he said to me. Like I was asking him like, are you okay? Are you happy? All of this stuff. And he was telling me he has a backup plan. He has all of this stuff. And that day, Carly was being incredibly assholey. So I was like, okay, here's the screenshot. Somebody go tell her. Okay. And then I called her a hog ass bitch.
Okay. I will say, if you have a soft spot for Freddie and you did that, okay.
Yeah, I know. I got a little bit petty and a little bit mean. I did. I got a little bit petty and a little bit mean, but I did apologize to Freddie.
Well, I'm glad you did. So Freddie didn't know he was talking to you, or did he?
Nope.
Okay, there was another like you were being another person situation.
It was like a fake name. I can't even remember what it was. But
okay.
afterwards, Freddie and it was like it wasn't really a troll account because I wasn't trolling him and trying to get him to do anything. Nor was I planning on using any of the screenshots that he was, or any of the content conversations that I was using, or that he was sending me. She was just being a real asshole that day, and she does get on my nerves. But Freddie and I since then have spoken as me, like me and him, and Carly has made him block me on numerous times, and then he's unblocked me, and then she's made him block me again, blah blah blah.
And another trolling point. Did you write up a fake article about you getting Carly banned?
Oh, you know I did. Oh, you know I
Why would you
did.
do that? That's like
Oh,
that's not
you
really
know I did. You know. Don't play
yeah.
innocent.
What?
Don't play innocent.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play innocent.
I
I don't know. Where
If I
on
hand
earth
you
did
a gun and you load it and shoot, that's on you.
where on earth did I get that idea from, sir?
I don't know. But I will say, how I expected it to be used was for you to send it to her directly and make her go in a rage thinking the BBC had written an article about her.
I don't think anybody actually knew that you sent me that.
I think you said it on your live, but at
Yeah,
the end.
I don't think anybody actually knew that you were the one who sent me. Um, I never disclosed
Yeah, I
to
sent her the link to the generator, and then she wrote up the article. And
um
and I want to say to anyone who thought it was real, did you read it?
it was literally AI, guys. I didn't fucking read. I didn't write that shit. Like I AI'd it.
Sensation. Even Carly does not believe it's a real article. I just want to point that out there and let's let that hang. You didn't even convince her.
And people literally like, oh my god, the other Reddit was like, oh my god, Malice really thinks this. Really, guys? We don't have humor. We've got nothing.
I
Nothing.
I
Ugh.
I think there are some people like even your poll said like, "Am I trolling you?" Like I don't think you could have been more obvious.
I know. I know. My poll said, am I trolling you? Literally in my chat, am I trolling you? Because people were like, oh my God, is this real? And I was like, no, 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 no. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. I love you all, but come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. You really don't think it even later in the live. I admit it. Like, hello, I'm trolling. This is a troll. I'm trolling because I was like getting really concerned that my chat was believing this, and I was like, no, this is a troll. This is a troll.
Yeah. So now that we're done with like I think that's the most serious trollings. Unless I'm missing one. Do you have anyone you want to brag about?
I haven't actually really massively trolled Carly. I think the biggest ones were I don't e- was the phone call, which was like a reverse troll, really, because she called me just out of fucking nowhere. And really, Carly, we know.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
you didn't get
You were
banned,
never. I want to
sweetheart.
clarify for the truth. You were never banned.
It
Uh,
was a joke.
and like I said, it was very obvious it was a joke article to anyone who read it.
God
So
damn.
going
It
on
was
from
that
there,
and the article.
we're gonna get into the Carly and Sam stuff. So how did you meet Sam?
So I met Sam a couple of months into me reacting to Carly, and I was just like, who is this person that Carly keeps like bullying? Like she keeps referencing Sam and she keeps like bullying her and saying like all this weird shit about her. And I just felt like I was completely missing like a whole chunk of what was going on. And I actually found her, was it on, I think it was on the real Reddit and not the fake Reddit that is currently only reacting to the reactors and not Carly.
There's 3 Reddits.
Yeah, there's 3 Reddits. There's this is me snarking on Cassie 2. This is me snarking on Cassie. This is me Cassie what? Something
This
like
is me,
that.
Carly. I think is one of them. I think.
And the one that has the most interaction is this is me, Cassie Snark. No, the snarking on Cassie. Jesus, do you see? I don't even fucking know these things.
Yeah, I get them confused.
Snarking on Cassie. This is me, Cassie Snark, and this is me, Cassie Snark 2. Those are the 3 Reddits. Snarking on Cassie is the one that has the most content on Carly, the most X mods, and the most people that have been affected by Carly. So it's usually the one where I'm at, and that's where I met Sam.
Okay, so you all started just in the same threads, like DMing each other on Reddit?
Not really. I think I can't remember if Sam DM'd me or if I DM'd Sam. I think I DM'd Sam, and I was like, what is going on? Like, what is the deal? What happened? Because this woman is just like raging on you, and I have no idea why. And Carly is convinced that Sam gave me all of the stuff. And I'm like, no, Sam didn't give me shit. Not
So,
one
like
iota.
all of the stuff, like what info on
Her
Carly?
clips, all her clips of the
You're
stuff that
already
she.
reacting to her at that point.
Yeah, I had already reacted to that stuff. And she is convinced that Sam had given me this information. And I was like, no. And that point in time, there was another channel called Queen X, who archived all Carly's really crappy behavior. And she was the one who was giving me clips and live streams that I had missed because of time zone differences. And she was giving it to me, and nobody actually really knew that this channel existed, except at that point it was Emma and I think, who knew. It was me, because Queen X reached out to me. And then Emma reached out to me for information. And I was like, okay, wait, hold on. I get my stuff from somebody else. I need to ask her first if it is okay to share with
So
you.
this is the birth of the community, actually.
Yeah, this is the birth of the community. This is how it started.
Oh, I'm getting the full story then. Okay.
You
So
are.
it started all around Carly coverage.
Yeah, it started off with literally me reacting to a video of Carly singing really, really, really badly. And then Queen X sent me a video of Carly e-begging and yelling at people because she didn't get $15 for a ginger ale and telling everybody to go fuck themselves because they wouldn't pay her. And I made a video e-begging, or Fame Requires E-begging, I think was the title of the video. And Carly just went hardcore in on me. And it wasn't a mean video. It wasn't I wasn't swearing at her. I wasn't calling her names. Nothing. It was literally just criticism. Straight up, this is not how you should be reacting to people. That was it, because I was still nice. I was still nice. You know, YouTube hadn't fucking made me like wholly jaded yet.
Okay. So you're with Sam at this point, and I understand that Sam and Carly have like a big history before you two even collided. And
Yeah.
then is that what escalated things, do you think, with Carly coming at you? Is the alliance with Sam?
It's not really an alliance. I mean, Sam
Friendship.
and I are,
Friendship?
Sam and I are legit friends. Like, I know what's going on in Sam's life. Like, I care about Sam. Sam is somebody that doesn't deserve any of the stuff or the hatred she gets from Carly and her trolls. She doesn't deserve it. She is a sweet person. And yes, she is incredibly reactive. And sometimes she says things that she shouldn't. And we have had fights about that. I mean, I've called Sam out plenty of times on a live stream. Difference between Carly and Samantha is that Samantha can go like, shit, yeah, that wasn't a great thing to do. Fuck. Carly can't.
Well, the criticism I've seen is that Carly does take accountability, and then she'll go on live like the next time and just do the exact same thing. And to be honest, I've seen the same argument used about Sam, that she'll say she's gonna do better, and then all someone has to do is leave a little troll comment, and then she's on a live raging.
Yeah, Sam is incredibly reactive, but Sam is also incredibly wounded, I think.
That's a trend with both of them. They're both very wounded people.
I'm not in a place to comment on what Sam has been through in her life. Carly
specifics don't really matter.
Yeah, Carly constantly commenting on her parents and telling Sam that at least she has parents and that she's not completely alone in bullshit. That really honestly doesn't help people. Or Sam. But I don't know. If Carly left Sam alone, Sam would leave Carly alone.
I think that if they both agreed on a stream to stop talking about each other and both stuck to it,
Yeah,
everything would cool down a lot.
I think so
Uh,
too. I've said
I
this to
have
her.
already spoke to Carly, and she's expressed interest in coming on here herself. And I'm definitely going to ask her more about Sam because I think that's the root of where all of this drama is her.
Has she asked you to make a video about Sam yet?
No, I wouldn't be able to. Sam took her old channel down, so I don't know anything about Sam.
Oh, has she
Actually,
not asked you?
not yet. But actually, I want to get to my next point. So Queen of Karma got in the middle of all of this with
Oh, yes, she
Sam and
did.
Carly. So
Oh, yes, she did.
let's get into that. Walk me through
Mhm.
that.
So after Queen and Karma and I had sort of like agreed on an uneasy truce sort of thing, she decided to hop on the Carly bandwagon. And she got herself in the middle of that. And she started covering Carly. And she started buddying up to Sam. And then when things popped off in Hatman's Discord and everybody disavowed Queen, Queen started harassing Samantha. And she left her pages and like pages, like, you know how freaking Queen leaves 120 fucking comments on each thing she posts. She did that to Sam basically. I can't remember if it was Messenger or Reddit.
So wait, is this before they were friends? Friendly?
Who, Queen and Sam?
Queen and Sam? Because at some point, like they started off friendly.
Okay, so what happened was, so what happened was, Queen was like doing this whole expose about Carly and the community
And
surrounding her.
and Sam, like I watched that video about Carly and Sam that Queen made. It's actually a fair video, I would
It
say.
is a fair video. It's like the one and only time Queen has ever been fair in her entire life. Where she criticizes Carly for being the bully and Sam for being Carly's victim. And Sam came to me and she was like, "Have you watched this video?" And I was like, "Nope, I don't watch Queen of Karma. Please be careful with Queen of Karma." And Sam will tell you the same thing. That I said, beware of Queen of Karma. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Just miss your shit. Like, just miss it.
So just even her fair video, you had a problem with.
I didn't have a problem with it, the video, because the video was fair. What I had a problem with was Queen.
So at this point, you knew her background from the Carrie stuff from before then. So you just did not want that around Sam.
I didn't want that around Sam at all. No, I didn't even want that around Carly.
Okay. So at this point, she's made her video, her fair video. Queen gets into contact with Sam, I assume. They get to talking to a certain extent. They're friendly. Where does it all go wrong?
It all went wrong when we disavowed Queen. When Queen popped off in Hatman's Discord server. The whole like Emma.
We're close to the modern day then.
Yeah.
We're like so a month or two ago.
Yeah, this is all recent stuff now. It all popped off then, and she completely flipped on Samantha. And I was like, yeah, I was waiting for that one. Which is this whole thing, right? Where people think that Queen and I were like besties just because Queen was in my lives, and I would agree with some of her points. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back to July of this year, we've got that clip of Queen implying that you're a pedo. We've got
my God. My dude, if you hadn't even showed me that, I wouldn't have even known.
Yeah, and so she clearly had huge issues with you. Like at that point. So you all reconnected,
It wasn't
like for
like
the
a
Valkyrie
reconnect.
stuff, or
You know,
oh no,
no.
I just mean like what made her come back to your channel and start being friendly to you after calling you a pedo, basically.
So I didn't know she had even called me that. I don't watch the videos people make on me at all. I think like why would I? So maybe I should start doing that. Um, Basically what happened was is she was sucking up to our community, so she would make the rounds, and I was being cordial. That was it. That was the extent of Queen and I's, in air quotes, friendship. She would come into my live streams. I would be nice. She would be in Hat's live streams. I would be nice. She would be nice. That was it. That was basically it. Valkyrie had zero to do with why I have a problem with Valkyrie.
Okay, so Queen was already in your chats at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I remember watching that clip. Emma told you all to make at least to be civil with each other,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
at that point, everything's cool. Uh, Valkyrie pops off. Everything's still cool at that point. You all have your issues, which we'll get
Mm-hmm.
into in a bit.
Oh yay.
So Queen gets kicked out of your community at
Yep.
some point. Walk me through how all that went down.
Okay, so basically it first started with JJ Stoner, who timed Queen out in an AP stream. And Queen went a bit mental over that. That was
By
smoothed
AP,
over.
you mean Adonis Paul?
Adonis Paul, yes.
Okay, because there's another AP that Queen talks about, Amber Phoenix. So I just want to make sure.
Oh no, no, Adonis Paul. So JJ Stoner timed her out for, I think it was, she called everybody tragic, some bullshit. I still don't know who the fuck tragic is. And she popped off into Hatman's Discord about that. I stayed out of that one because I didn't know what it was about, because I wasn't in the stream. And then again, she popped off about the Reddit and M, because M had asked her to please not use her name, not the Reddit, just not use her name in regards in her videos, because of the people around Queen who tend to hate on her, right? So, like for example, and I don't have problems with some of the people I'm about to mention, like the professor, like Bells, Roger, people like that. M didn't want to be anywhere near anybody, right? She just wanted to be left alone. M has cancer. She doesn't want this shit, right?
M.
She's
By M, you don't mean Emma. You mean
not
M, that
Emma.
the
M,
person who
my
runs
mod.
the subreddit, one of the
Yeah,
subreddits, right?
my mod and the person who runs the
Right.
snarking on Cassie
Okay, that's I was
Reddit. So
accused of being that person, by the way.
were you? Or I think
Yeah,
we've all been
running the
accused of
subreddit.
being that person.
Yeah. All right. So there's this big Reddit drama pops off, and like I watched the stream. Queen takes it to Hatman's his member Discord or whatever, his dark side chat.
Yeah, so we all have our discords. So um Queen was once part of my Discord, but she never got an invite back. She was in one shared Discord with me. Two. Was it two? Was she in chats? I can't remember. I never saw her post there. But she was in Hatman's Discord with me, and she just went nutso over M, saying she does not want her name um anywhere near Queen. That she didn't mind the Reddit being used because it's a public fucking platform. So she didn't mind that. She was just like, leave my name out of it. I don't want to be associated with you and the people orbiting you, right? And Queen completely lost her mind about it. And then she dragged me, Emma, Moon, M, Hatman, all of us. She dragged us all into that drama. And then she turned it around and blamed it on me and Valkyrie having issues, and how all of this started because Valkyrie and I have issues. It's like, no. It started because you couldn't leave somebody's name out of your mouth. And you
Okay.
had a big ass tanty in someone else's Discord, and we told you to fuck off.
Now we're getting close to where we are now here, because now she's been kicked out of the community. She goes on, I guess, a rampage, just going from comment section to comment section, including mine.
Yeah.
So I guess we have to back up a little bit. You and Emma both watched my video, I guess before Queen was kicked out of the community, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Queen gets kicked out of the community. My video. So when you first watched my video, what were your thoughts?
I thought it was very fair. I thought it was a fair video. I think it was the Adorkables that reached out to you, and I was like, yeah, like, I'll talk to this dude, no problems. Like, I don't mind. I thought it was a very fair video. I thought you had fair points. And I was like, yep, okay, cool. Like, I wasn't gonna like freak out about it. You were neutral. Your critique was on point. Both of PLL and myself. So I was like, yeah, I'll talk to this guy. No worries.
Mm-hmm. And that was not, I don't think that was actually our first meet. I think like the first time I had ever encountered you or Emma at that point was there. You all, like, Queen had been in the DMs arguing with me in defense of you. It's like she came at me, we have a problem, YTS. You lied in your video. Malice did not call Carly. Carly called her, like having a huge issue with it, defending you.
Yeah, I found that kind of odd, actually, considering the hatred that she is spitting about me, or had spit about me. I mean, I've never had a DM conversation with Queen in my life. So I was like, okay, I don't know about that.
She, like I said, she was more bent out of shape about it than you are.
It's because people accuse me of like weird shit all the time. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, I corrected you. I did. I corrected you, and I sent you the screenshots.
And that was like, yeah, that was an Emma's stream. I actually just said hello to everyone in the chat. Now, normally when I drop a video on a community and I say hello, I expected Emma to be like, "That's that asshole who called out PLL. Yo, take a link, get up here." And I expected, I had my fighting shoes on.
It did not. No, that's not kind of how we go. I mean, if the criticism is valid, if it's put out, I want to say respectfully, as opposed to how other people have come at us, we're generally okay, and we'll share information, no worries, and we'll talk to you, and we'll be like, oh yeah, I can take that on board, no problems. But it's the point of, if somebody comes at us sideways and you come at us disrespectfully without knowing anything about our community or how we got here, then we're coming in with our fighting shoes. You can fuck that off.
That's a good transition. So I kind of opened up my I guess my introduction to the community was, critiquing Carly, yes, but also calling you all out on some things. And where did I go at things differently than what Valkyrie did? Because Valkyrie has had a very different reception than I have.
Oh, she did. Yes, she did. So basically, what you did was you sat down in a video and you pointed things out that were valid. You pointed things out in a way that wasn't aggressive, that wasn't looking for trouble, if I can put it that way. You came at it at a way that was like, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that, but I also think this, I can agree with this, and I can agree with this.
I was kind of looking for trouble. I did say I was going to be observing all parties involved, picking off targets I deemed worthy. Looking for trouble.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't see it that way, I guess. I didn't see it that way. I mean, when Valkyrie came at us as well, I invited her into a live stream. Actually, I was the nicest to her in the beginning. I invited her into my live stream and I said, here, I'll play you some videos. I'll play you some videos straight out of Carly's mouth.
So Valkyrie's intro, was it the community post? Was that the first time that you'd ever even heard of the name Valkyrie?
No. Valkyrie actually wanted to panel with me, I think Bells of Nevermore as well, when I was going at Queen of Karma. That
Okay.
was Valkyrie had actually been in some of my live streams about Carly and had made fun of Carly as well. So
Oh,
yeah,
interesting. I did not
yeah,
know that.
a bit of hypocrisy over there. Which is also why I called her out for her critiques, because if the shoe fits. So yeah, so that's not my first. No, it wasn't my first introduction to Valkyrie.
Okay. That was the first negative interaction with
It was the
Valkyrie.
first negative interaction with
And
Valkyrie.
it had
Yes.
been I guess months at that point since you had been going at Queen of Karma. So it kind of
Yeah,
was out
that
of
was
nowhere.
it was out of nowhere. I'd actually forgotten she existed.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd forgotten any of
She
these
was just a
people were just a
she
thing. Yeah.
yes, bum number one. This is Malice Black. You've heard her voice in my Carly video. But let's see, going from there, so she was just a person in your chat, and then all of a sudden you check your notifications and you got this person calling you out.
Yeah.
And calling the whole community out.
Yeah.
Okay. And like no DM exchanges between you before then?
No.
All right. She starts doing content on you. I think she makes a stream about you, or at least the whole community. And then you DM'd her first, correct?
I think
I
it
think
was in her comment section.
okay. So you were going at it publicly, and then you DM'd her first, I believe, on Twitter saying, hi, I've decided to
No.
only react to Carly's
No.
funny clips, and I'll be sending all her
No.
fuck shit to you.
Oh yeah, I did send her that. I did send her that. There was a troll, one of Carly's little Erica that tried the professor, no, sorry, Val and all of us learned of Carly when Queen started making Carly vids to impress the dark side and get it with them. Nah. Valkyrie was in my chats way before that. Way before that. She's even admitted to it. So there is that.
Okay.
So I did actually. Erica was one of Carly's mods, and she sent me a bunch of shit that she thought I would cover without any evidence to back it up. And I get those a lot, actually. I get those DMs a lot about Carly saying Carly beats Freddie. Carly has killed more than one cat. Carly has done this. Carly has done that. And then I'm like, okay, do you have evidence? And then they
Yeah.
disappear.
You'll have trolls that'll try to get you to run off on a live stream and make a fool of yourself. You got to be careful about that.
Exactly. So I DM'd Valkyrie and I was like, here, you're her bestie now. You're the authority on Carly. You deal with this fuck shit. I'm done.
Okay.
Bye.
So
Have fun.
So the way I've always seen it is Valkyrie comes at you publicly. Like I guess hers was a lot more aggressive than mine was, and also she starts dropping terms like ableism and things. And I can imagine that went over like the Hindenburg in this community.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was received so well.
yeah, that was already going to go badly. So all right, I get how this blew up compared to what my criticism was, because I generally try to keep my stuff neutral and just focused on the facts, less about like ableism, body shaming. You start throwing terms like that in, half the audience is going to tune out.
Yeah.
Okay.
She came at us with, I'm about to make some enemies today. And we were like, girl, what? Why? Why not just like DM us or something? It's pretty fucking easy to talk to somebody. Like when I wanted to talk to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like make a video about it. I wasn't like calling your ass out and saying, you're schizophrenic. I'm gonna make an enemy out of you today. Let's talk this out. No,
That's what I did.
Yeah, that's what you did. But in a nice way. No, I spoke to you in Discord DMs.
Yes.
That's what I did. I didn't make public posts about it. I didn't do anything. I even sent you my fucking docs, for fuck's sakes. so you wouldn't have to go like splunking through shit. I was like, here's the information you need. Go on, go forth and research, sir. Right?
Yeah,
So you could have
yeah.
easily just like, she could have easily just like DM'd any one of us and we would have been like, okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. I think that's one of the things too, is like generally going at people in the, because there was a lot of information I did not have when I made my video. Like, I did not know it had gotten that personal where she was making fun of your miscarriages and what was the other thing she was doing? Like going after like Sam the way she was, mocking her cerebral palsy. Like, there were
Oh,
certain things.
Carly has recently admitted that she actually lied about having cerebral palsy as well.
Yeah, those two
So
things were big factors. I definitely seen a lot of the I guess we call them trash talking. It's in it almost reminds me of WWE with everyone like saying the poo poo words back and forth.
yeah, it's
So,
kind of like that.
but
Yeah.
it definitely lines were crossed. I think on both sides, with you
Mm-hmm.
contacting her, or yeah, contacting her mother, and her call being put up on a live stream, which gets me to my other point. There was a second call where
The second
it was
call.
second call that was on your channel that I used in my video, where it
Oh, where
supposedly
Carly
shows
called the
Carly calling
cops
the
on
cops on
me.
you. So, who was the voice in that call? It's not yours.
That was chaotic. It's not mine. No,
Okay,
that
that's who I
was
thought it
chaotic.
was. All right, I was
Yeah.
just curious.
No, it's not me.
Okay,
Chaotic and I didn't really see eye to eye on that one. If
it's on
I
your channel.
really, yeah, it's on my channel. But I don't know. At some point, I don't know when it was, I was just like, do not, to everybody who's like, oh, I'm going to go into Carly's mods. I want to be
So,
Carly mod. I'm like, don't get involved. Just don't do it. It's not worth your mental health. Just no.
so I want to bring up that call in particular because I put it in my video, because not necessarily because of the cop thing, just
Mm-hmm.
she's over there like, oh, I hate when people are fake like that. Do you get awful manipulating people? It's
Yeah,
just I don't
I can
like
see
the
where
whole
that comes
call comes
from.
off the whole call comes off as someone who gets off on deceiving people, and it really disturbed me listening to that. That's a person that likes what she was doing. She was like, you know what I mean. That's my personal opinion on it. And then
Yeah, I
I
get
think
what you're saying.
putting it on your channel again falls back into my other thing of putting private personal calls on there.
Fair. Um, but also I feel like it's valid. Like, why the fuck you calling the cops on me, bro? This is YouTube.
You got to get used to that. I have a whole, I don't know if you've watched my channel trailer. I have a whole section for people calling the cops on me.
No. To me, that's going a bit far. Like, what am I going to call the cops on Carly for like
Oh, it's
threatening me?
going too far. But no one's ever going to show up. Especially you live in New Zealand. You claim, so you're
Yeah,
fine.
I claim. Lord, I live in Serbia. I live in Serbia.
Oh, we're gonna get into that great shot in a minute. Your lore.
My lore.
Yeah. So let's see. I think that's covers most of that. So what's the future with you and Carly? Because obviously, like, it's all a big blood feud. It's not just gonna end.
Oh no, never. It won't end. Look, I can own my shit and say I've gone. Carly streamed herself calling the cops twice. She did.
Yeah, and that is going too far. You shouldn't be calling the cops on YouTubers. So, like I said,
But
both sides are going too far. But anyway, the future.
I can own up to my shit and said I've done some questionable things, right? When it comes to Carly. I feel that I was valid in contacting the caregiver of the child rather than Carly because I don't feel Carly has any sort of capabilities to protect her child. Straight up. Okay, I'm going to put that out there because I don't. So I contacted the child's caregiver and said, please just, think your daughter is doing things that could put your child in danger, your grandchild in danger. Please sort this out. And Carly was off the internet, or she was off the internet for like a week or two, and then she came back on with a disguise. and
Okay.
that was fine. Okay, I can admit
Wait,
that.
wait a minute. Was that what I've heard about? Where she's wearing like a mask or something, or
Yeah, she's
she's
wearing a hat and a cap. Salty Peanut, who are you? Malice, can you address how you treated me on Reddit for literally no reason? Okay, what did I do to you on Reddit? And then I'll address it. Um, so I can admit that I've done fuck shit. I have 100%. I've apologized for it over and over and over again, and there's only so many times I can apologize for it. Will I
okay.
keep covering Carly? Yes, I will. Will I keep calling her out for stuff? Yes, I will. Will I keep, I don't know, like calling her names and shit? Yeah.
Are you gonna keep calling her or not calling her? Are you gonna keep accepting her calls while you're live and putting them
No,
out there? Is that the
that
sort of
was a
stuff you're
one
gonna do?
off. That was a one off. Like
Okay.
Carly is exhausting to talk to.
What about putting other people's calls up on your channel?
No, no, unless it's like an already pre-recorded thing that's like I'm reacting to, I guess. Kind of like a Christian call, like the Jankies calls, stuff like that. But
Okay,
like
so
I just
you're gonna keep yourself to surface level coverage, maybe going in her
surface
chat to
level.
control accounts,
No,
that
I
kind
don't
of
have
thing.
any. I don't have any troll accounts. I have two accounts on YouTube. One is the one that I'm
You send
talking to you on, the Malice Black,
you send
and
other then. This is what you do. I've seen you do it.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe once, yeah. Why not? I mean, it's fun sometimes to troll somebody. Like
If it's in the public chat, that's fine.
it's fun.
I only draw the line in the recording people without their consent and everything.
Yeah, nah. Surface coverage, like troll her, chat is other people, straight up DMS. Surface coverage. I exposed
Um,
Carly for what she is a long time ago. I don't have any plans on
no
doing
more,
any
no more. No matter what you get sent, you're not going to be contacting her or her mother anymore.
unless, so I have two reasons that I will contact somebody, and that is one, if somebody is a danger to themselves, or two, somebody outside on the internet, whatever, is putting somebody in danger. You know what I mean? So if somebody sends me another docs of Carly, I will let Carly know. I've gotten your docs again. If somebody is sending me pictures of Carly's child, I will let Carly's mother know that, listen, people know who your um, granddaughter is. Please do something about this.
Bum number one. She is currently going over how she contacted Carly's mom via email to let her know about her daughter's online behavior and her docs getting out there, and how she emailed Carly about the information. Now, like I said, emailing Carly, I don't have an issue with. Her mother already ignored you once. I don't know if you
Yeah.
keep receiving. And also, I want to go over the email in question because you said it's already been posted publicly, right? To her mother.
Yeah. Her email was posted publicly.
So the email in question, you're sitting here like oh, her docs is out there. I don't know. Like Carly's 40 years old. How old is her mom? She's got to be like pushing 50 at least,
I have no idea how old her mom
or
is.
pushing 60 at least. So
I
my
have no
point I'm
idea.
making is she gets an email from someone she's never met, says the word docs, which she's never even heard of before. Can you understand why no
Yeah.
one responds to that? Why she calls her daughter up and says, "What is this?" And then her
Hmm.
daughter fills her head with all this information. It's just a dead cause to be contacting her
Yeah.
mother at this point.
Yeah. But honestly, as a mom myself, I would have been like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, kind of deal. Like, I don't think Carly has that reflex. I
Okay,
don't.
65. Wow, yeah. See, there's no way. See, you got to
No,
understand also.
no.
I'm just,
They're saying I'm 65. No,
oh,
wait, is something in the woods? And am I the 65 or is Carly's mom 65? Because I get confused between the Serbian lore.
I'm pretty sure it's mid to late 60s is they're talking about Carly's mom. But either way, with her daughter being 39, almost 40, her mom's old.
Yeah, her mom is
So,
old.
my point I'm making is that if you're going to contact her, please speak to her like an old lady. Don't say words like docs and everything. That's obvious. Like there were ways you could have said it. Like when I read the
True,
email,
fair
that's the
enough.
first thing that went through my head is that if I got this as an old person who had no idea what these words meant, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair enough. I can understand that. I will speak to her like an older person. I guess.
That my first thought. All right, I'm
Yeah,
going
what
to.
I did send her though was I sent her the picture that was being exposed, or the picture of the child.
Mhm.
I
All
did
right.
crop that out of the message though that I sent you, or the screenshot that I
Okay.
sent you. And the same with Carly is I sent her the information that I was sent, and I cropped it out of obviously the email screenshot that I sent you.
Okay.
So I mean,
All right.
I will do my best. Look, if I feel my mom blocked Malice, so she can't send anything. See, you know what I mean? Like,
That's fair. I would probably
it's
would have done the
fair.
same thing,
It's fair.
honestly.
It's fair. But if I say on a live stream, listen, somebody sent me a dox of your daughter, are you going to believe me? Probably not. You're going to say I'm making shit up, and no.
I think also one of the big issues is you shouldn't be the one do or the one that has to do this. There should be people around her who are looking out for her more, especially like her moderators and things. You'd imagine, but there's no one there, and
There's no one there.
Her YouTube enemies having to be the one to do this is a problem in of itself.
Yep.
So I'm
There
gonna
could be
run.
people. There could be people who were sent that information and like, oh yeah, look what I found on Carly.
Yeah, so I'm going to run to the washroom real quick. Can you entertain the chat while
Oh yeah,
and then
sure.
when we get back, we'll go into your lore.
Okay. All right, chat. Tell me how terrible I am. So who was saying that my coverage of Carly is like the reason that that's the biggest load of horse shit. I don't know, you act up and you're catching the sentence. Her mom should just, yep. No offense, but Carly should know better than to send out her daughter's address. Fair. Her mods are all trolls and don't give a fuck to help ensure the safety of her daughter. I love you too. I don't care about it. Prevent Carly, Professor Queen telling people to not them gaslit people. Lol, she is such a twat. Not terrible, Mel. Love you. I love you too, Sharky. Her mods egg her behavior on. They definitely do. They definitely do. Malice coverage of Carly to 100 people at most is not giving her any more exposure than she has already. I mean, no, I'm to blame for everything. Come on, guys. What are you talking about? Love me too. I survived. Scammy. He is very respectful. Some do care, but she pushes people away that she doesn't agree with. That is true. Hey, I'm 70 years old and I don't know what doxing is. And how does one address an old person exactly? Nobody can win the internet, brain in a jar. Nobody can win the internet. Malice has a lovely speaking voice. Thank you, Bells. Apparently, I use a voice changer for that. Hey, Shauna.
Oh, that was actually my next question. So, what voice changer do you use?
I'm. Wait, hold on. Charlie Humans, you go too far, Malice. I like you, but you do too much poo touching, and I don't mean that with offense. I mean, fair enough.
If I had to give you criticism and say that you're a very reactive and emotional person, especially when you're invested.
Yeah, I am. I used to be far more reactive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think you've gotten better.
Yeah, I'm learning.
So, I mean, if there's been improvement. I mean, you're not as bad as Carly is, or Sam is, or other people in terms of reacting.
I've been trying. I'm growing in that regard, I think. Trying my best not to react to people, which is why I don't watch the videos that Valkyrie does, or that Queen does, or that anyone does, really, because what would be the point?
You're a year and a half in, you said?
Am I what?
Did you're a year and a half into this, you said? The YouTube thing?
Yeah. About,
so, growing pain.
I think 1 year. 1 year in December.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Okay, so you're not even a full 2 years in yet.
Nope.
So there's still growing pains. So now we're going to go into some of your lore, which there's quite a bit of, and you document
so
your own lore.
I do document my lore because I find it funny.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing because it's just people come up with things. I think. By the way, I wanna say this as well because of what you just mentioned. You don't watch the hate videos about you. One of the main reasons you end up with this weird lore is because other people don't watch the things you say, and they rely on their moderators to go and tell them.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there. So if you're not going to watch the hate videos about you, do not comment on them.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's dive into this one. The first, can you all see this all right?
Yeah.
Here, I'll make it even bigger.
I can see it.
All right. So do you want to read this out one by one and we'll go over it?
Sure. First one, doxing Carly, but not really a dox because I never shared the information. In brackets, not my words, words on an actual post. Yes.
Where's that from?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, I'll tell you where it's from. You posted it in your Discord.
Did I?
You posted something in your Discord. You said we were talking about it in the DMs with me that her phone number wasn't blurred and everyone's held it against you ever since.
Oh my God. Yes. That was one of the screenshots from that mod group. That Carly's daughter was doxed in. There was a whole bunch of screenshots that I had taken, and I had missed one screenshot. I had missed one screenshot with one phone number that was still visible. It never made it onto YouTube, and it didn't load in the shared Dropbox. The only people who had access to it were my mods, and somebody had caught it and deleted it.
How did Queen of Karma and Unfucking Believable and everyone else become aware of it? And they say they saw it. It was in the Discord.
Because one of the mods, was it AK? Not Tragic's AK. I had a mod named AK who was, I don't actually know what her end game was, but she gave me Carly's email address. She was constantly in Carly's mod groups rotating through troll accounts. She was also egging Carly on doing things, and that's kind of where we fell off with doing that kind of stuff because we all shared personal information with AK, and yeah, it wasn't great. Okay. And when I found out what she was doing, it wasn't great. So that was AK when AK, Levin Lovely, and somebody called Skank Hunt all ran over to Queen of Karma about this one screenshot, and that's where the doxing lies started.
Okay, so like AK, you say she's a troll mod for Carly. Is she still a troll mod? Is by troll, do you mean troll to you, troll to Carly, troll to everybody?
She was trolling Carly, trying to get information out of Carly, or that's what we thought. But she was also playing. It was like this weird thing. Like we never actually found out what she was trying to do in the long run. But I got rid of her as soon as we found out like that she was like sharing information with people, because some of the stuff in the Discord that I was receiving that people would send me in, I would put in a Dropbox file, obviously, that that had all of this information with numbers blurred out, names blurred out, everything like that, to go through it to see what was valid and what wasn't, and then to delete stuff. And she was sharing this information. So I missed one. Somebody deleted it and went to Queen and then told Queen that I was doxing my mods. Still don't know where the fuck that comes from. I've never doxed any of my mods. And that I had doxed Carly. And I have disproved that many times, but that one still lingers.
Okay. All right. So that's where it comes from. It's just you accidentally didn't blur a phone number.
Yeah, it was like 2:30 a.m. I mean, that's not really an excuse, but it was like 2:30 a.m. in the morning. I was tired as fuck, and I missed one screenshot.
All right, you fucked up. It happens.
I mean, it wasn't my best moment, no. It was deleted immediately, and It
I
wasn't
think intense
intentional.
important. It was
Yeah.
intense important. So,
Yeah.
second one, sharing her county's disability service information because she's a danger to herself online. Cough, cough, Cyrus.
Yeah. So I did at one point, I believe, share Howard County's contact information, but I never shared the officer's name who was handling Carly's day to day.
So you shared her info, encouraging people to call on her.
No, not encouraging people to call on her. I said if anybody is worried, basically, about Carly and what's going on, because I had been warning Carly for a very long time that
So not encouraging, but you shared it and then said, if you want to.
not exactly in that way.
Yeah,
There was a
no, but
time,
that's generally how it goes down, though. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah,
there was a time, I'll explain it. There was a time where I felt incredibly, what's the word, attached, I think, to Carly. I felt sorry for her. I felt like she was a danger to herself. I felt like she was a danger to Freddie. I felt like she was going to get herself into trouble, basically. That people were going to, like, things are popping off with her now. People are going into her chats, and 99% of the time, it's not my chat. 1% of the time, it is. But the people that are in her chat now trolling her, that's not me. And I have been warning Carly of this from the get-go, that she is going to be the next Christian if she doesn't get her shit under control. And there was a point where I was like, I am worried about Carly. If anybody else is worried about Carly, this is the information, right? That's what I posted. I didn't say, this is the
okay.
information. That's it. I didn't say, go, be free. I just went, this is the information, and that's it.
Okay.
But,
On,
right.
on to number 3, sharing the fact that Carly has no custody of her child, a fact that was not new, but had been known for a hot minute before I came into the picture, and those files were sent to me, and I knew that those facts were out there. People on both Reddit knew about their child custody situation, which I've seen personally. So
Yeah.
this the
That,
accusation is that it came from you, right?
yeah, the accusation was it came from me. Yeah, basically,
Okay.
that I was the
And
one who shared all of that information. I wasn't.
And Carly was being covered and trolled before you ever encountered her. So probably this information predates you, would you say?
Yeah, it predates me. The whole docs predates me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, especially with how easy it is to get info out of her.
Yeah, the whole docs predates me.
Okay, calling Carly on her personal phone. Girl called me on Snapchat, but okie dokie. So what moron accused you of that?
You.
Oh, really?
You were one of the morons who accused me of that.
Oh, one of them.
Valkyrie.
Oh, I thought it was all me.
No, Valkyrie was also another person who accused me of calling Carly. There were a bunch of people, actually. I can't remember them all, who accused me of calling Carly. I never called Carly. I don't have the girl's phone number to call Carly. She asked me for my Snapchat. I gave her my Snapchat, and she called me. Did I know she was going to call me? It was a 50-50 chance, but I never called her, and I would never call her. I have no reason to.
So the second call was the one that I thought was on a personal number, not the one that you had made necessarily.
No,
I
I
wasn't
actually,
sure who
I think
was
that
on the
was an
call.
Instagram call. I think that was an Instagram call.
Okay.
I don't think that was a. I mean, Chaotic can tell you better than I can about that one. I don't know. So
Chaotic just sent you that call without necessarily telling you all the details.
I think Chaotic told me that Carly was going to call her, and I was like, oh shit, okay. Yeah, it was Instagram, and she called me. I can't remember. I'd have to go look back at our DMs, but I can't remember if Carly just called her after it was a live I did. Carly was very upset that I had made money.
Yes,
I think.
I've seen that.
yeah, she gets very upset when I make money on YouTube, and she'd called Chaotic afterwards, and Chaotic was like, "Okay, I'm gonna record this and send it to you." And when I heard that, I called the cops on Malice. It was during your live, was it? I can't remember. Chaotic. You're going to have to like refresh my memory on this. I have shit memory. Yeah.
During the live.
So it was during a live. Yeah, and when I heard, so I had no like intention of sharing it, but when I heard that she called the cops on me, I was like, no bitch, now everybody's gonna know that you called the cops on me. So petty move basically.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I like I said, I found all the clips of people saying they were going to call the cops on me, or actually calling the cops on me, or saying they were going to sue me, and put them in a montage for comedy
Yeah,
purposes. That's the way you need
yeah,
to look at it, okay? Because unless people are sitting on lives and making fake cop and child protective calls to your house, which can happen, you shouldn't take it seriously because it's going to
yeah,
happen. It's going to, especially with lolcows. Lolcows love calling the cops on people. You're going to cover other people, and this is going to happen again. So you just gotta
yeah.
not.
Well, I know that, but the thing is, it triggered me something awful. I mean, the cops in South Africa are not great. I live in a gang infested area, like a gang infested area. If she had rang the proper people and she had gotten gotten um, to the proper authorities, and they had seen that we live in an area that is infested with mongrel mob, that my child and my fiance are not white, and are the color that is predominantly mongrel mob, live in a mongrel mob area, there could have been really, really intense implications for myself and my family. And that
I
is
will
what set
say.
me off.
I will say that with that information and the way that a lot of these swatting things happen, I'm not necessarily thinking you should be worried about Carly, but more so the troll mods who want something like that to happen. So you will rage at Carly about it.
Mm.
Carly,
Yeah, I know.
being real here, Carly, with her intellectual disability, is not going to be able to track down who you are and know who to
I
call.
know.
It's going to have to be somebody else.
I
That's
know,
the
but
important.
it set me off. It triggered something hard. It did. I was like, oh no, 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 not my family, you bitch. It was one of those. I mean,
Okay.
should I have reacted that way? Probably not. But I got angry.
Okay. So, this is the one I think we already covered this one. Sending her mother an email when Carly's daughter was about to get doxxed. Yes, I did that. Which there, you copped to it. Fair enough.
Yep. Yep.
Emailing Carly the docs I was sent and telling her to tighten up her social media and that her family because I wasn't the only creator with the information. Again, I totally did do that. Again, I don't think emailing Carly is a problem.
Yeah. I
All
also
right,
did
that's
say,
kind of it.
I did go about it the wrong way, though.
Yeah. And then again, I think the rest of these are just you stacking text here. So we'll move on to the next one. 2 screenshots for your lore.
Oh, yeah. You got a super chat from DMS.
Oh, I go check that. Thank you, DMS. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I don't know. I don't think there's a message attached to it, right?
She says her message was supposed to say, "We appreciate your fair and respectful coverage."
Okay, well, thank you, DMS. Yeah, that's actually my first super chat. Thank you.
Nice, DMS. I don't think you had bad intentions, Chaotic. So
All right,
my other lore, this is where it started. This is where it started. I'm either 40 or 63. No one can decide. So somebody convinced Queen of Karma that I was somewhere in my 40s or 60s. Somebody convinced Carly that I was in my like either 40s or 60s. So I just ran with that.
So,
I was like,
according to
fuck
the
it.
information you sent me, you were born in 1991.
Yes, I'm
Which doesn't quite
32.
add up to 40. Not yet.
No, I'm 32. No one can decide. No one can decide. I live either in the UK or Serbia. That was another one. I actively dox people on my channel on the daily. I make my mods dox themselves.
I want to say something about that one.
Yeah.
So I noticed on your memberships, you like to do this thing for your highest tier, I believe, or you send
Yeah,
people personalized postcards.
I do. Yeah.
On this side of the internet, that is suspicious.
Is it? Wow.
Very. When I heard that the first time when I was making my video, I was like, oh, okay, so she's collecting people who pay her money's address. You know, it's a good way to
Oh my
ensure their
god.
loyalty. Maybe I'm
What?
just
No.
jaded from my side of the internet, but I heard that. I was like, great. So we have one of those. She's collecting your info.
No. Oh my god. I don't even have these people's names. Like I literally just have like their addresses and I send them like a postcard every month. And that's
Well,
it. Like I have mods.
their addresses may as well have their names.
No, I'm okay. I don't need to be like no. I mean, people have bought stuff from my merch store. Isn't it like the same thing?
I just want to say, in general, this accusation could be coming from that because a lot of times people will have like their people who are their moderators be their highest tier supporters. So that would mean you have their doxes if they want the postcards and things, and that. Just saying, in general, I find that to be suspicious on the side of the internet. Not saying you have bad intentions, just in
Oh
general, it's
no.
a red flag.
Oh no, no. I thought it would just be a nice like thing for my members.
That's cool.
You
I mean,
know?
okay. Well, so like, I make my mods dox themselves. Do you know like is that where that accusation comes from, or did it come from something else?
That came from Queen.
Okay, like what was her specific?
She said that I dox my mods, and I was like, "What? When?
So
When have I ever?"
she just crafted that out of nowhere. Then
I think it was either AK or Livin Lovely who actually went on and started spreading that rumor that I make my mods dox themselves. I don't. I don't know my mods' names. Like I know a couple of their names, but like I have no idea who Thunder Rain is. Don't know. Don't know who she is. I've never
yes,
seen a photo of her. Don't know.
and
Um,
someone said in the chat that you can reject the postcard. You don't require it. No, that's true.
no,
It's not like a
uh,
requirement.
no,
That's
it's
what
not a requirement at all.
that's what the accusation was. So is that
Yeah,
you make.
and that was ages ago. That was like when the drama with Queen and Karma and I popped off. The postcard thing is in more than one Girl World channel.
Yes,
Really?
and it's suspicious every time because a lot of doxing and other like intimidation tactics that go on in Gore World. That's why I found it suspicious.
Oh, okay. I don't even know that, man.
Yeah, no, you're not the only channel that does it. I'm not picking
Oh,
on you. In
really?
fact, if you were on a different side of the internet, this would be so normal. I wouldn't even care. Like if
Oh
you were a
shit.
knitting channel, okay, where you were sending personalized things to people, yeah, that happens all the time.
Oh god. All right. No, I'm not doxing anybody. Like if they don't want to send their addresses, like I put it up on my memberships. If you want to send me your if you feel comfortable, I think is the terminology I use. If you feel comfortable sending me your address, this is my email address, and you get a postcard every month. Like
Okay.
it's not something that I require you to do. You have to.
Okay. And we'll go on to number 5. You broke up Sandy and Carrie. Where did that come
Yeah.
from? I'm so lost with that one.
So Carrie is a Shani reactor and Shani for Christ reactor. And there was this person who had sent Shani so much money because she felt bad for the kids. And her name was Sandy. That I didn't dox that. That was publicly known. Just so we know.
They came on with their real names, right? That's what Queen
Yeah.
was saying.
Who? That I came up with the real names?
No. That Sandy and Carrie came on with their real names.
Yeah, they did. They did. This is not like new stuff. Or stuff that we found out later. Sorry. But somehow I was the reason that Sandy no longer wanted to work with Carrie, but went to another reactor. I don't know how. I am still yet to figure that one out. How I was the one who like broke up that working relationship when I had nothing to do with Sandy.
Like you weren't even
Abs-
on that live stream, right?
no,
I don't. That's what I was reading in the comment sections. Like I can't. I don't even know what stream they're talking about. But like that you weren't even there. That you shouldn't be attached to this at all.
no, I wasn't even there. I that was a problem. Sorry, I'm so sick. Excuse me. That was an issue between Carrie and another reactor called Auntie Jessie, right? So Sandy decided to do the interview with Auntie Jessie. Somehow that became my fault because I was having an issue with Carrie. And it became my fault. I don't know why.
So who was accusing you? Was it just Queen or Sandy Carrie or who?
It was, I think it was the Carrie stands at that point, her simps, the Carrie simps, who were like coming in and saying that I was like breaking them up and I was doing. He is currently, sorry, Epic Nyan, did Mr. Black bring home another plague? He's currently home with viral laryngitis. So if I go dark, thank him and then come to my house and stab him. But what was I saying? All right. I think it was Carrie's community who was saying I did this, and I was just like, "Where, bro? I don't even speak to this person." It was just
viewers then.
Yeah, it was just viewers. I was like, I don't even know.
No other creators were calling you out. That's the important part.
No other creators, as far as I can remember, no other creators were calling me out.
Okay, and then the last one, according to which I believe is the Goddamn podcast.
Yep.
That's Michael.
Yep. Who is Carrie's husband?
Oh, okay.
No information, like nothing. What I did do was I sent, like I do, the information that was sent to me, I sent to Carrie in the Discord DM. Didn't put it out there or anything. I sent it to Carrie.
Okay.
And then Carrie, when Carrie went on the Goddamn podcast with her her husband and the host TJ called me a cunt and a bitch. And then Carrie made the accusation that I doxed her husband. I asked her for proof and she never responded to my message.
Okay. All right. So this was just like them accusing you of doxing someone who already came on here with their real name.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough.
This was a dox. The dox here that they were referencing was Carrie's husband had been accused of domestic violence, I think. I can't actually remember what the dox was, but I think it was domestic violence and for violating a protection order. I think somebody can correct me on that. I know Thunder Rain is in here somewhere. She knows more than I do, or can tell you better than I can. I can't really remember what happened. But I sent her that information and then I left it there. I didn't say anything else. And then she went on to the Goddamn podcast and then threw that at me.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
Just another random accusation that came?
Just another fucking random accusation. Malice is correct. Thank you, Thunder Rain. I am remembering correctly. Awesome.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one.
There's more? Oh, God, yay. Malice lore is fun.
Oh, how'd that one get in there? Must have got it mixed up because it looks similar.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it kind of types like you, doesn't it?
What? Does it?
A little bit.
Does
That might
really?
be why I got it confused. Yeah. And then, yeah.
Oh my God.
Do
people actually think I would send Sam that?
Let's get into the next piece of Malice lore.
Okay, carry on. Yeah.
See, you don't watch any of the hate videos about you, or you'd kind of see this coming. This isn't my original idea. I got the idea from Valkyrie's stream, most recent one about you. She was kind of implying this. So I will now divert the audience's attention to the chart.
Oh
This is
shit!
the
There's a
gotcha.
chart.
This is the gotcha moment I told you about.
Oh
So
my
let's start.
god, Valkyrie! Oh my god, Valkyrie! This is weird.
Okay, so the chart. So let's start. This weird numbering thing that you like to do.
Valkyrie,
Okay.
this is weird as fuck, bro.
Weird. Okay, this weird numbering thing. Then we'll go for you like to stack text. Like you have a weird, not what we say weird. You have a unique speaking accent and a unique typing accent. You stack the text, right? Which is what you do.
Oh my god.
As you can tell by the green underlines. Then it goes a little deeper. This wishing you well thing that you say at the end here. And this account says, maybe Sam's crazy. That was impersonating Valkyrie, apparently. Wishing you well. Well, what did Valkyrie say to you in your DMs here? Wishing you well. Like you're practically taunting her in this message, Malice.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
So it goes even further than this also. You have a history of pretending to be someone you're not for it. In fact, can you describe to me in your own words how it was justifiable for you to manipulate her into thinking you were some person to exploit her publicly for views? And your response is, sure, don't trust people on the internet.
What the fuck?
And then here you are, you tried to get Valkyrie covered as a cow in your poll, and it failed. As you can tell, I voted yes. I tried.
Did you? God damn it.
I voted yes, but it wasn't enough. And so the theory is that you created this account to impersonate Valkyrie, to get her to attack Sam, where you were ready and waiting to keep Sam from going AWOL, because you know exactly how to trigger her. Then turn your audience against Valkyrie so you can get her covered, because you have a personal vendetta against her.
What the fuck? Valkyrie, are you okay? Oh, she hates it when I say that because apparently that's gaslighting her. But
and also, within 30 minutes, you're accusing Queen of Karma, and you're the only one in the community who makes a post accusing Queen of Karma of this, to divert suspicion from yourself.
What? This is psychotic.
So, like, what do you have to say about this? That you're intentionally triggering Sam to get Valkyrie covered, to put your finger on the scale of that poll.
I am so speechless right now. I don't even know what to say. Like, if anybody would think that I would say shit like that to Sam ever, you're fucking insane. Like, straight up, you need help.
Well, you do have a history. You do have a history of pretending to be other people to troll and to get reactions. How would this be any different?
I don't have whoa. I have used an alt account once with Carly.
I mean, like with the fake Southern accent call and everything else. This is the same behavior.
Those are like two things. But Sammy.
The implication is that you would use her and then just be right there by the phone call or whatever. She'd make you or contact her.
Sam actually sent me this. Sam sent me this screenshot that Valkyrie is using. Sam sent it to me. Like, I had no idea because I don't go into Sam's comment sections. And the only person at the time who was going at Sam like that was Queen of Karma. Like, I'm actually like gobsmacked. Like, I cannot believe that Valkyrie would actually think this was any kind of valid research. This is an accusation, Valkyrie. And this is what I'm saying with you. Is that you make
implied it in her stream. She didn't come out actually and accuse you. She just implied it very heavily. Kind of inspired this.
Implication, I don't care what it is. This is the kind of stuff that gives you zero credibility. You have none. At least I'm honest with my shit. If I was the one doing this, I would have come out and said it. I would have come out and and said it. If I was the one going after Sam like this, I would have come out and said it. This is
So
a baseless accusation. Valkyrie. Valkyrie, if you want to start shit with me, this is how you start it. This is how you make baseless accusations at people that get people into shit. There is no evidence of this, none whatsoever, and yet you think it's okay because you have such credibility to come make shit like this? What the hell is the matter with you? And then you criticize me? Girl, please, get your shit together, bro. This shit, not okay. I call Sam out as myself. I don't need to be making fake accounts to call Sam out. I will either DM her or I will do it on a live stream.
Well, this account's not calling Sam out. This account's trying to get a reaction out of her so she'll rage about Valkyrie or something.
Rage about Valkyrie? Like, why? Why
because
is
it's titled
Valkyrie...
maybe Sam's crazy. That I think is one of Valk's old usernames.
How am I supposed to know that if I don't even know who the fuck Valkyrie was up until like she started making 10 live streams about me and every other post on her Twitter is about me, and she can't shut up her mouth about me. Like, she's obsessed at this point. She's obsessed. She's Queen of Karma light.
Okay.
Like, who does this shit? Do you have any evidence?
So you're denying the that this was you.
Categorically, this is untrue.
Okay. I just thought, like, with the way it was typed up and everything, it was worth presenting as an argument to you since you were here.
This is categorically untrue. This is insane. And Valkyrie 100% did this on purpose. She did this on purpose because she doesn't like that I called her ass out for her hypocrisy.
Did what on purpose? Like you think she made the account?
No, I don't think she made the account at all. I 100% think that is Queen of Karma. I don't think, at least up until now, I didn't think Valkyrie would go that far. You see, I actually give Valkyrie a little bit of credit that she wouldn't stoop so low as to do this to somebody who is mentally unwell and mentally fragile. Who the fuck does this to somebody? Somebody like Queen of Karma.
Queen is definitely a suspect. They've used sock accounts to harass me, but I don't know. I put all this together and just kind of was looking at it, and I don't know. It's just weird looking. It was worth bringing up. Not worth accusing you of and saying you did this, but it's worth bringing up. And with your history, like I said,
my history of what? Like
your history of
Carly with one account and taking a phone call on a live. Whereas Carly has it could have been one of Carly's mods, for fuck's sake. Like, she has people, like, it could have been one or two people, and I'm not going to name the other person because she's going to fucking run with it. But I didn't think this was Val. I literally made that post because I didn't think it was Val, and Queen of Karma was accusing Valkyrie of it. And I was like, I don't think this is Val.
I never thought it was Val. I don't know.
But now apparently it's me, according to Val. Okay, Samantha, Sammy, sweetheart, apparently I'm your biggest hater. You should probably stop being friends with me because apparently I'm making troll accounts to make you want to off yourself.
I want to say that if what's alleged here is true, that you're basically orchestrating all of this, that is Queen of Karma level shit. That's very sickening. That's, like I said, that goes into the idea of people who like manipulating people and being deceitful.
This is some fuck shit.
Val, I don't know.
This is fuck shit. Val, this is fuck shit. This is horrible. Like, accusing somebody of stuff like this. This is horrible stuff.
I want to clarify. She never directly accused you. It was just heavily implied. It's why I had the idea and to put this together.
Did she use a question mark? Because that was her defense of accusing me of using a voice changer.
I mean, you'd have to watch the live, but what I recall her saying was, who has motive to do this? Where do Sam and I intersect?
What would be my motive?
Very heavily implying that it's you, all but saying it was you.
What would be my motive?
Your motive? To get Valkyrie, to put your thumb on the scale of that poll to get Valkyrie covered. Because you failed the poll.
Why? Most of the cows
Why?
I covered are chosen by my community.
Why did you want her covered that badly that you would do all of this? She put that picture of your face up, triggered you.
So did Queen. So did Jessica Miska.
Okay, well, I'm just presenting this to you. This is not. I don't necessarily believe this. I believe the trolls are all coming from Goro World and that community, because that's what they also do, is like creating fake accounts and using them to orchestrate
My face
drama.
is on the farms. I was pointing out the hypocrisy when Valkyrie used that picture of that is me in a flare. You are using my disability as a something to make fun of. This is hypocritical.
Okay. So I
That
think
was it.
Okay.
I wanted to poke at Val. Yeah, and I did poke at Val. And I poked at Val with my name. And my name only.
Okay.
I have used a sock account on the Reddit and said, "Hi, this is Malice." And I've had an argument with her because the other Reddit is too much of a mod, is too much of a bitch baby to actually have a conversation with me, and decided to call me a bitch in DMs and then block me from the Reddit, even though I didn't say anything. But I put that poll up because A, I thought it was funny. And B, I have done that with everybody. I did a poll with Eugenia Cooney. Did we want to cover Eugenia Cooney? Most of the people said yes. I don't actually cover Eugenia Cooney because that's triggering as fuck and I didn't want people to get triggered. So I was like, maybe not. I've done polls on should I keep covering Carly. I have done polls on all of this shit. It's how we decide as a fucking community, because that's always how I've run my channel, on who we cover. It's never been just like who I want to be, who I want to cover. It's always been like, hey, are you guys interested in this? Are you guys not interested in this? Tell me what your thoughts are. And then we go from there. Accusing me of this? Nah, girl. Nah. Or heavily implying? Nah. No.
Okay, well, since you like polls, we'll take a poll. We'll ask him, did Malice do this? We'll see what the chat has to say.
Of course they're gonna blame me for everything and everything, Shauna. Like, Jesus.
So, again, I don't necessarily believe this entirely. I like I said, great claims require great evidence, and this to me isn't necessarily like definitive proof of anything. It's interesting with the verbiage and the typing style. Like the verbiage, like the whole wishing you well thing, I thought was really weird. But again, that's coincidence. That's a common phrase.
Everybody knows English isn't my first language, right? Do we know this?
Yep. Yes, we do. At least I do.
Okay. English is thank you, Rose. Malice has always copped her fuckery. Thank you. English isn't my first language. I was taught how to write very formally in English, right? Somebody can easily copy the way I type. All they need to do is study my, like you just did, and Valk did. And you can literally sound like me in any post.
Okay, so like are you I don't know, like it's just I just thought it was weird the way you do type is odd. Like you don't do paragraphs or anything. You just like sometimes it's just one sentence at a time. Is that how you were taught?
Yeah, that's how I was taught in school, how to write.
Okay. Interesting.
And numbering is like, if you have a point, like this is the first point, this is the second point, this is the third point. Especially if I'm doing something that is a long form post, I like to number it out and say, this is my first point, this is my second point, this is my third point, conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. So Yeah, I think we about covered that. I mean, that about sums it up. You categorically deny it. So I want to open it up to the chat now because I know I've been kind of ignoring chat most of the live. It was chaos.
Mhm.
Now ask if it was Valk. Oh, that's a good question. Do you think it was Valkyrie?
Strangely enough, I still don't think it was Valkyrie.
Okay. I don't think it was her at all. I think it's probably some just viewer. I think because all of these fake accounts were coming around, like even before Queen, like around Queen's time, like before me and Valkyrie even showed up, right? With Queen and all that drama. Like there was fake
Yep.
accounts harassing everyone going back to July, right?
Yeah.
So like chances are it all goes back to all of that drama there, and they've just been continuously with it, and they've been watching all the drama between the various communities and wanted to poke at it.
Fair enough. This is wrong. I survived scamming. Mm-hmm. Girl, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people have been making a lot of accusations lately with nothing to back it up. And it all seems to be coming from one person. And it's very interesting that it's all coming from one person. That's all I have to say on that. Do I think it was Valkyrie? I'm just saying she got the message with well wishes. So either her or her crew know about it and decided to make that with Mel's verbiage. Oh, God. You know what? I think Valkyrie is purposely doing this. I don't think she wrote that message at all, but I think she is doing this because A, she doesn't like me, B, she doesn't like that I called her out on her hypocrisy, and 3, she just doesn't like me. And she's
Yeah,
going to keep perpetuating rumors and lies and all of this kind of stuff and use fancy little pseudo intellectual words to dress it up and make it look pretty until she thinks she's ruined my reputation. How do you like the subs you've gained off of me, Valkyrie? Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy having more than 2 people in your lives? Bet you do. Bet you do.
Mm-hmm. So, is there going to be future content with Valkyrie, or are you just planning to ignore her from now on since she failed the poll?
Did I fail the poll?
No, she failed
What?
the poll. No,
Oh,
there was a
she failed
poll.
the poll.
No, the poll. Sorry, your poll. I haven't
My
checked my
poll?
poll. I was going to get more time.
No,
Your
I
poll
haven't
for
made a live stream about Valkyrie at all. I mean, since that poll, she's made a whole bunch about me. But the last I spoke to Valkyrie this morning because she is hypocritical again. And there was a Twitter exchange between Valkyrie and I where she was like, Beth has done categorically worse things than Carly has done to you. You're just throwing a tantrum. I didn't know that comparing people's pain and how can a dedicated Zimbis give his life to serve you? Okay. And so there was that. And I was like, I didn't know that we are comparing people's pain and suffering. I didn't know it was a competition, bro. I didn't know. I didn't know that that was a thing.
Why does this sound like a trial? Well, because I pulled some of my interrogation tactics on her there when I did my gotcha moment.
Yeah, he did tell me there was going to be a gotcha moment. Did I think that it was going to be Valkyrie fucking accusing me or heavily implying that I was saying horrendous shit to Sam? Ew.
Yeah, and I did kind of go hard on you in that moment just to see a lot of it, what your reaction would be. And you do see, like I said, Malice seems genuine to me. Malice seems innocent in this particular topic. You did the 2 things that I was looking for you to actually appear. For one, you laughed, and 2, you got really defensive about it and got angry. Not you didn't get like begging me to believe you. You got mad about it.
I would never do something like that. Honestly, I haven't even done that shit.
Believe you based on your reaction.
I haven't even done that. That's That's another type of trolling that is horrible, especially done to someone like Sam, who has mental problems, who has uh what's the word? Sorry, I'm going into my Afrikaans because I'm angry. Who has mental health issues. She has mental health issues. Saying something like that to Samantha can send her straight over the fucking edge. Like, there's no two ways about it. None.
Well,
Like,
that was one of the reasons that people thought it, or at least or people were implying it was you, because who would know how to do that quickly? But then someone who knows Sam well. You know, it
what
would
the
take someone who knew Sam well to get her to act that way and guarantee the reaction they were looking for, right?
what the
Well, either
look,
way, that message, like, basically, you're kind of agreeing with it in a sense that that message was the perfect message to send Sam, like, over the edge.
God, it is the perfect message to send Sam over the
So
edge.
whoever sent
It
that
really
message
is.
to Sam understands Sam's psychology to a certain extent, right? Must have been watching her
Yeah, fair. Must have been watching her. I mean, Sam is very
for a while,
upfront.
right?
Yeah, for a while. You had to be following Sam for a while. Had to be watching her lives religiously. And I'll say it straight up. I don't watch Sam's lives because they are triggering for me. Because we share the same kind of mental health issues. So her breaking down and things of that nature, it hurts me deeply. It upsets me. I can't take that kind of shit. I can't. No, no. Like, I've done some fuck shit in my time and I've done some questionable things. But doing that to somebody with a mental health issue, no,
No.
no. I uh-uh. I am actually highly upset that I don't actually even know what to say, honestly. That is such a fucked up thing to accuse somebody of. That is such a fucked up thing to accuse somebody of, heavily imply. Like, it's really not okay. With no evidence, no anything other than somebody has copied my style of writing. Ma'am, you also accused me of using a voice changer on OBS.
Well,
I'm
that's
currently on StreamYards, which I don't have an account for.
yeah, and it's weird. Like, I don't know if they like intentionally copied your style. I mean, that's a whole other layer. They copy your style and then do it as Valkyrie for what? I don't know. I think, like I said, it was just a random person involved in this. There's someone out there who this is all going exactly as planned, and they're laughing. That's my opinion.
Oh God. I I don't even know what to say to that. That is some fuck shit, man. That goes into another level of trolling that I would never engage
Psychological
in.
games.
Pardon?
Psychological games with
Yeah,
people.
that's mind games, and that's fucked up mind games.
And that's why, I'm not blaming Queen of Karma, but Queen of Karma is a worthy suspect because that's the kind of shit she does to people. And yeah, that's a good point, DMS. Yeah, the Queen of Karma knew Sam long enough to be able to figure that kind of stuff out.
And she has a moldy cabbage. You can't, yeah. And she's a moldy cabbage. You can't leave
Yeah,
that part out.
yeah, of course not. Moldy cabbage.
Like, I know, like, my community will like believe me, but that's the kind of rumor or implication or like that that's not something you just throw at somebody without having real valid concrete evidence. That's the kind of shit that even I wouldn't do, Valkyrie. I use screenshots of actual conversations between people when I accuse them of something to show my point. Back that shit up. Back it up. Back it up. Yeah, Valkyrie, back your shit up. You can't go accusing me or heavily implying that I'm the one behind all of this shit with Sam in a fucking live stream. Like, are you insane? Like, are you
We went
really
over that chart
insane?
that I showed you, and about how I got the idea from watching your live stream, and she categorically denies it.
You're a hypocritical bitch. There is no evidence. Yeah, when did I do that? Now she's gonna fucking deny it because, oh wait, there's a question mark. You want to show her?
What's up? I'm trying to read the chat here. But yeah, in the live stream in question, it was like where who has motive and where do Sam and you intersect, I believe. And again, the impression I walked away from that live stream was they were it was implied it was Malice who was doing it. No direct accusations were made. But I walked away with the impression that Valkyrie thought Malice did it in that live stream. That was over a week ago now, I believe.
I didn't even watch that live stream.
Well, that's another thing too. I put all this together so that way you could have something to look at, so you could understand what other people. Like, again, no one's directly accusing you of this publicly, but there's a lot of people who think this is what's going on here.
With no evidence. Several others could have motives, but you had several screenshots of the way I type and put it up there, heavily implying the fact that I used an alt account to go into Sam's comment section.
I put that one together, that little screenshot thing. But yeah,
okay, so
just for the visual for the audience.
She used screenshots from my tab and heavily implied that it was me. Oh, she's forgetting what she's saying in her own lives. Okay. No, it's fine. Don't worry about
it. The screenshot of how you type was in my image that I used. I use that just as a display for the audience.
You have no credibility, Valkyrie. None.
And I want to say there were no direct accusations, just a big implication in that live stream that I walked away with the impression of. I think a lot of people would have walked away with the impression of that.
Do you mind if I coke, darling, before I rip a bitch's throat out? Thank you. Oh, I'm making stuff up, Valkyrie. I thought it was you. Hey, Sammy. Sammy, where's the evidence? Always, girl. Where is the evidence? Where's the evidence, Valkyrie?
Again, I don't want Valkyrie. I don't want Valkyrie taking all the heat here for this, because like I said, no direct accusations were made, and the way she worded it, yes, there could be multiple suspects.
Where exactly is the evidence that it was me, Valkyrie? You put me in there with several other people, implying that it was me attacking my own friend. For what? What reason? What is your reason? You say you go in with evidence and only evidence, and you have credibility because you use evidence. You can't prove a negative, then why even bring it up? Well, why Valkyrie, bring it up? If you can't prove shit, but you heavily imply, or is it your misplaced question marks again, ma'am?
Well, Valkyrie, if it's okay with Malice, Valkyrie can come up here and as well, and if she wants to take a link about it.
Oh, there's a question mark. I adore you, Sammy.
So we'll go ahead and just take questions from the chat since everyone's here.
I am also Team Soda Can. I don't know who that is, but fuck. Who's Soda Can? Who is Soda Can?
Maybe they're connected to Plate King.
Is it Plate Gang?
I don't know. I still don't know what Plate Gang is.
Try not to lie too much. Bitch, that's you, not me. Oh, I'm being accused of going at Sam Bunton and telling her I'm going to have her committed to a mental institution by Valkyrie.
Again, if Valkyrie wants to come home here and say she did not imply it was you, then that's fine too. But that's what I walked away from in that live stream. That's what happens when people are vague and things like that too. Is people can take the wrong idea. So I could be completely wrong that she wasn't implying it was you. Who knows? I'm curious what she has to say. Because
Oh, you
like
were laughing at my soda in the background? Yeah, Team fucking Coke died. But Coke Zero, man. Jesus. Goat corpse, I am very much taken. Thank you, though.
All right. Well, if Valak wants to come on, I will send her a link on Twitter.
Oh, is Adorkables only it is also assuming that I'm using you, Sammy? Damn. Everybody's just using Sammy for everything. God damn. Yeah, my intervention is the next stream, guys. It's the next stream. My diet, my Coke Zero intervention. She is stirring the pot. The woman is obsessed with me. It's weird.
Yeah, that's the impression I walked away with, Theresa. Again,
yes, we did, Cree. Malice, phallus. Okay. It is kind of funny that they're usually in my lives every now and then. Who's fake as fuck now?
While we're waiting for that, possibly, is there anything that you want to brought up? Anything that I haven't mentioned?
I'm currently like steaming in like anger.
Okay, so you woke up today fuming. I could tell in your live you did earlier. And yes, Valkyrie, I sent the link to your Twitter DMs.
Once Beth finds you, it's like horror sequels every year. Bruh. Queen of Karma is irrelevant as fuck. I don't know what I'm supposed to be using Sam for. Views, apparently. Subs, views, subs, donos, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to like be using her for. Somebody could enlighten me about what I'm supposed to be using Sam for. That Hunting views and clout, apparently. Oh, clout. Clout where? Clout where? Like I want to know where is this clout? Where is this clout? Where is this clout? I've always said that I do not have clout. Do not have clout. I've never had clout. I really want, like, if I'm using Sam for clout, where is my clout? When do I get it?
Well, I don't know who's accusing you of that. She has less subscribers than you by a lot.
I'm not quite sure. Like, can somebody bring me the clout?
All right, we got Valkyrie in the back.
Hey. So
hello,
what's
welcome.
going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
I don't know. You're just kind of angry at me.
So I showed her my my chart, and she didn't like it.
Okay. Well, I didn't make the chart, if that's what you're confused about.
No, I got the chart together from just stuff I was seeing in various streams.
All right. So what's
so
the
you've
question?
made how many streams about me?
A few, mostly reacting to like only a couple things. So
Great,
some things
fantastic.
take time.
In how many of those streams have you, because I don't watch your stuff, so in how
Cool.
many of those streams have you accused me, heavily
None.
implied, question marking,
Okay.
whatever, of doing stuff that you have no evidence of?
Stuff? Is that your citation of what I accused you of? Stuff?
Voice changer. Using the one.
I thought it was a funny
using-
joke. You're allowed to make jokes, but no one else can make jokes. I made a joke because you said that filtered image wasn't filtered.
It really actually wasn't, but okay.
Yeah,
Why did you think
okay.
it was appropriate to underline my boobs?
Because I was pointing out that the
My tits are filtered.
you guys will
My
put
tits.
Carly's tits actually up, but you're going to come at me for criticizing your picture.
No, but like my tits are
No?
filtered. That
was
was the
funny
thing you got
because your
stuck
boob
on.
cleavage didn't match up with your
So-
shirt. It's not a big deal for someone who trolls. I thought
Oh,
you
but what
get it.
is a fucking big deal, Valkyrie?
Well, is that an
saying that
accusation?
I made the troll account. I made
didn't
the
say that.
account. No,
Did I
you
say it?
heavily implied it.
I said
Where
I
is
don't
the
trust
evidence,
anyone
Valkyrie?
that's pointing
Show me
fingers.
the evidence.
all I-
Show me the evidence.
Show me where
if
I
you
said it.
are so credible, if you're so credible in everything that you do, you're credible. Every single live stream you do is
Okay.
researched through everything.
You know how I do that, Malice? I don't
I'm
make
not done
accusations
talking.
until I have
I'm
evidence.
not done talking. You know what I do is I don't make accusations unless I have evidence.
Okay.
You,
mean, you
however,
make up
make
things,
the
so who could
accusation.
trust your
I make
evidence?
up
But
things. I make up things. A
You
troll
literally
article.
make things up. Like you're
You
doing
made
with
up
me.
the
You're moving the
fact.
goalposts. What did I
Where
accuse
is the
you of?
goalpost moving to? You accused me of heavily implied, of making a troll account.
So
Saying
no,
that
it's
I was
not
going to have-
accusations?
What?
Can you make up your mind on what you're accusing me of?
Can you speak properly? Open your mouth.
What?
I can't understand the words you are saying.
Okay. Well, you're not making a valid point, so how can I argue a non-valid point? You don't have any evidence, and you're accusing me of accusing you of things, which is the silliest thing I think I've ever heard you do.
Oh my god, you literally did a live stream about it.
But you didn't listen to it, so how do you know what I said?
Oh,
Or are you making things up because you're angry at me?
this
Malice?
is the information that I got from the YouTube schizophrenic and also people in the chat.
Oh, so as long as you hear things, they must be happening.
As
So
long
she
as you
just
hear
does not
things, they
watch-
must be happening.
Well, I
Because-
react
You-
to
I
things.
can
That's what I
I
did.
react to
reacted
things, Valkyrie. Literally,
Cool.
I react to things.
You also
That-
troll. I don't troll. Congratulations
Really?
to you.
I mean, congratulations for being a hypocritical, stuck-up bitch.
You
Take
can't
the
just
fucking
call me a
broomstick
hypocrite
out of
and-
your asshole and have some fun.
You sound like you're winning this argument.
And you sound like you've lost it.
Okay. Can you come up with any evidence against me yet?
Can you?
Or are you going to sit there and say how creepy I am for having a Google
are
Drive that
creepy.
you're happy to use now,
You
right?
are creepy.
Was
don't
I
use your
wrong about
Google
Queen
Drive.
of Karma there, Malice? That
I never
person you
said
went up
you
and
were.
defended for hours? That's what I was responding to if you want to watch my content.
Oh, so you're mad that I
But as
criticized
soon-
you over
as
a Google
soon as-
Drive?
As soon as the Queen of Karma friendship bit you in the ass, you were quick to
I
still have a
was
problem with me,
never
weren't you?
friends with Queen of Karma.
You stream
Ever.
sitting there sucking every lie out of her ass in your chat, and I have the only copy of it now, don't I?
I guess I play it.
I'm not going to take over YouTube Schizophrenic's channel playing several live streams. That would be ridiculous. People are welcome to watch it and come
I
up
was
with opinions
apparently
based
friends
on
with Queen of
what I
Karma.
actually
guys.
said,
I was
not what you're
apparently friends
saying
with
I
Queen of
said.
Karma. Yeah.
So as far as
apparently.
the accusation of, or the implication that this account may have been Malice or someone else, like, what are your current thoughts on that? Do you still think Malice may have had something to do with it?
Well,
Not
she
accusing her.
certainly doesn't act in a way that makes me go, hey, this is above her. But that doesn't mean that's an accusation.
That's the thing. I specifically said it was not an accusation, just that you were. I watched your stream and I walked away with the impression you were implying it.
YouTube schizophrenic, this is how I look at it. When someone tells me in a DMs that they have taken it as their own personal goal to make sure someone else on the internet learns the very valuable lesson of don't trust people on the internet, then I'm going to not trust that person. I believe them at their word on that.
Okay, yeah, I showed that in this chart here.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that because I do everything publicly and I don't just sit here and yell about things that didn't happen.
It's a bad look, I will say. Just in general, out of context or in context, it's a bad look to say that.
I mean, I don't say stupid things on the internet and they won't be pulled up, will they? Just like Malice, you can't pull anything up on me. You just keep poking at me, hoping I'll fuck up, and I haven't yet, have I?
You just did. Literally.
When? How?
Now.
Okay.
By
what did I
making
do?
the heavily implied accusation.
Oh my god.
Okay. That I was behind the troll account. Like, what
the only
fuck,
one
man?
who keeps implying it is the person that keeps talking about it, isn't it?
Seriously? So it's the YouTube schizophrenic.
No, I think he did one stream and this is one part of it that you're very worked up about.
Yeah, because you're accusing me.
I was accused of doing troll accounts, and I didn't do this. I stayed on my own account. I didn't scream at anyone.
So, based on like the evidence that I have of like what this person was saying and from talking to Malice, whoever did this had to have known Sam for a while to at least understand how to trigger her like that.
I suppose. I mean, I think
so. I think it's someone who's from their past, who's a viewer, someone outside of everything. That's where I lean towards. Like I said, this is going exactly according to plan for somebody.
I do think that whatever happens with all these troll accounts that I've never encountered before. I have ones that are impersonating me. I have ones that are implying they're me. But you know what? They're not me, and I stand by that, and I don't even think they sound like me personally.
That's
but
the
you
one
know what? I do
not...
believe that this has been happening in the Carly sphere longer than Queen of Karma or I have been on it.
Any of us, really.
Right.
I mean, this goes back to like the beginning, really.
So at some point, you have to start holding your own accountable.
Okay, so it goes back to the beginning. That's before me, Valkyrie.
I don't know how long it goes because I don't know all the details. People
exactly.
Keep
so
things.
Why are you providing commentary on something that you don't know about? You could
because I don't need to know everything to react to it.
On even the Reddit that you're on. How long this has been going on to. Carly says it all the time. January of 2022. I started covering Carly in February of this year.
It was never about Carly.
It's never about Carly. So why the fuck do you keep bringing it up?
What are you talking about? What did I bring up?
Your original criticism of me was how I was responding to Carly. It was the same thing with Emma.
Okay.
Don't call her a retard.
I don't need to know everything about Carly's life to have criticisms of your content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't go on stream and accuse anyone and everyone who, like, well, here's the thing. You did a whole stream sitting there saying how I was
whole
creepy.
Stream, or was it like
a majority
a 30
of a
minute, the 30 to 45 minute portion of reading out DMs that had nothing to do with Carly?
What?
It was just over
but you were coming into our space.
How just over 1/4. But yeah,
I have a question. What? Can you tell me the story of how you got the DMs from Chaotic Sister about me anyway, and why those like were a thing you wanted to read? Like, what did that have to do with anything?
And exactly, what does it have to do with anything, Valkyrie? Why are you reaching out to? Why
she came to me? She came to me. Read the DMs again.
She came to you. Fine. What does it have to do with Carly? What does it have to do with me? What does it have to do with Emma? What does it have to do with any of us? Which is what the point of that whole thing was. What does it have to do with us? Your vendetta with Queen of Karma has absolutely nothing to do with me. We have all.
Then why'd you do
I have my issues. Because it has nothing to do with me, and you're coming into my community fucking stirring shit up for no apparent reason other than you are butthurt at Queen of Karma.
So I'm not allowed to have an opinion because it doesn't agree with your opinion?
Isn't that what I said to you?
What? I actually
I
talked about how
literally said to you. I literally said to you.
you
You
allowed
don't
Carly to
like
talk
the
about her
fact
medical
that
information
What?
online, live, while
What?
everyone jeered and laughed in your chat,
What?
right? That was
You were
you.
one of the people jeering and laughing in my chats way before
Prove
this
it.
shit popped off, Valkyrie. Oh,
Would
dear
you like to
God.
place bets or what's that?
Oh, dear God.
How are those chats still up or are they deleted?
So like, were you in her chats as like a viewer, Valkyrie, before all of this popped off? Like that's what Malice was
back
saying.
in July, I think it was. I reached out to several people on Twitter that Queen of Karma had been following and was getting some traction from, so they started to like her things or whatever, right? And I pretty much sent out a warning saying, "Hey, PSA, known doxer, here's some things she did," right? Well,
Yeah.
I think everyone knows that I once in a while investigate the kind of people Queen hangs out with. And sometimes I'm able to reach out to these people and they are warned about Queen of Karma before something like what happened to ASM happened, right? Like I have people that used to be Queen supporters that are now in my personal Discord, they're friends. I understand that part of it. I understand that people change sides on things. It's okay. So sometimes I meet great people. Sometimes you meet trolls. Sometimes you meet Nazis. You know, Queen's a mixed bag. And so back in July, I sent out this PSA, and most people ignored it, which is kind of per the course. Our Lady of Perpetual Poutine, or whatever, went straight to Queen, did not pass go, did not collect any evidence. Oh, wait, except for that evidence was stuff like her being a known doxer and threatening people. And she pretty much just went to Queen's chat immediately, or comments in her community tab, and named me Velcro. So
Yes, I've seen that screenshot.
yeah. So when I then proceeded to try to figure out what was happening in the Carly sphere when Queen made her parody of Carly that was god awful. When I looked into that, I started going into different chats. I couldn't tell you which ones. It was kind of random, just based on what I could find. I don't.
Valkyrie, you were in my chats when Queen of Karma and I were having fights.
We're having what?
When Queen of Karma and I had our disagreement, you and Bells of Nevermore were in my chat wanting to panel and tell your stories.
I'd never asked you to panel up.
No,
I can tell you that right now.
Another lie.
I didn't ask to panel up here either, did I? I have my own place, but I was asked to come up, and I heard someone screaming at me, so I figured we could settle the air, right?
Yeah, I offered this time. Yeah.
I mean, if anyone has proof of me asking to go on panel with anyone or like be interviewed by anyone, I would love to see it.
To be perfectly honest, I hadn't even known that you were in her chat friendly with her, or you were.
I don't know if I was or not. Whatever she's referring to, I don't know what she thinks she has on me for being in a chat trying to figure out more about the Carly thing. And in most of those chats, being seen by Olop and sometimes being booted out.
This is way before Carly. This is when Queen of Karma and I were having disagreements.
Then fine.
So this goes back to Carrie, right?
Thing, right? Like, I didn't really know who you were at that time. So if I was, I've forgotten you in the time that I hit the Carly thing. I'm sorry. But still, I never asked to panel up.
You can't remember being in my chat, so how do you remember what you said?
Because I've never asked to panel up.
Of course you haven't.
I mean, prove it. You got the chat access.
You prove it. You prove all of this, that
that doesn't make
heavily
sense.
implying. That you're heavily implying. Prove it. The things that you were streaming about me, heavily implying about me,
would work anywhere
prove it.
Other than on the internet.
Prove it, what? Valkyrie. All of this. Prove
all of what?
Everything you are heavily implying.
Okay.
Prove it.
The things you're
saying. I told her I had a gotcha moment for her. I already told her, so she wouldn't get mad at me. She knew this was coming, or something to this effect.
I don't know what like. I just kind of don't know what your grief is here, other than I criticized your content.
That is exactly what I did to you, and you got very mad about it.
Tell me your criticism of me. Was it the part where you said I was a narcissist?
Up until the point you are a narcissist. Up until the point
you're not educated enough to tell me that I am a narcissist.
How do you know what my education level is?
Because you haven't said that you have a medical degree.
Why would I tell you that?
Okay, then either way, you still can't diagnose someone over the internet.
Why not?
That's
You seem
not
to
how
make
it works.
heavily implied statements
Okay,
about me
heavily
all the time.
implications
I
aren't
heavily
affirmation.
imply that you're a narcissist.
Okay, good for you. I'm sure you're very happy
Fabulous.
with that wonderful thought process you just spouted out.
I had nothing to do with that DMS. Valkyrie, you can confirm I did not send you a message or
I
anything.
know
from
you
the
told her,
here.
but you didn't let her know to the degree. And I feel like Val magically popping in. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I don't know what to tell you. It's just what it is, man. I was having dinner and stuff.
And I wanted to give them a chance to sort their issues out, because every time I see them try to do anything,
You're not the first to try. This is going about as good as the last one. You can see it in my last stream.
So here's the thing, Valkyrie. I will leave you alone like I have been desperately fucking trying to.
Go ahead.
And you will leave me alone. And that's it.
I will comment on what I want to comment on.
Okay, then I will comment on whatever I will comment on. You don't
Cool.
get to decide
Think out your
either,
better.
Valkyrie. Like, what are you doing? What is your point of all of this? What is the point?
My content speaks for itself. If you weren't avoiding it because you don't want your feelings hurt, you would know.
My feelings hurt? I don't even watch Queen of Karma shit. Like, it's unwatchable.
The pretty guy is YouTube schizophrenic.
What?
Sorry, my man asked who the pretty guy was.
Okay.
It's unwatchable. It's like the same thing over and
stop
over
making up what I said
over.
because you don't know
I'm
what
not
I said.
making things up.
So,
how am I making things up? If people are saying the YouTube schizophrenic, which is obviously a credible,
that's your evidence.
So he's obviously a credible source of information. According to you, he has said that this was heavily implied in a stream. Therefore, that is a credible source of information.
That doesn't mean that I implied it.
Well, that is the impression I walked away from, is that you were implying it in the stream by saying, you know, where do me and Sam connect, and who has motive? You know.
Well, sure, but Malice isn't alone in that juxtaposition, and she's the only one freaking out about it.
Because Samantha is someone I protect.
Okay, I didn't.
Samantha is worth protecting, Valkyrie. Do you even understand what that woman is going through? No, you were trying to put everybody in her life against her. What the fuck is the matter with you?
What did I do?
What is the matter with you trying to put someone who Samantha trusts implicitly and turn her mind, her thoughts against them? Like, what is the point of that? Like, are you okay?
I think you're making this all up. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have done nothing but sympathize for Sam. I said at all points, Sam is not content for me. I've said at all points.
That is what you are. You're a gaslighting doers. That is what you are.
You're just throwing out buzzwords, man.
No, you are. You're a gaslighter. You gaslight the fuck out of people. And
you are really a good argument.
We're never going to get along. But is it possible we could come to like a truce while we're here today, that we're just not going to be going at each other, like blocking each other in chats, talking about each other?
I've never blocked her in my chat.
I'm not. And no, I'm saying she blocked you. She blocked you in a chat.
Yeah, she's blocked me in many chats. Very pettily for no reason. It's fantastic.
Can we while we're here today, can we at least agree that we're done with that stuff? We can not like each other, but we're done with the petty stuff. We're done.
I can. Valkyrie can't because she's unreasonable.
But see, I don't know what petty things I did. That's the thing.
No, you don't.
Okay,
we'll go with the most recent one. Why are you comparing what Queen of Karma has done to you to what Carly has done to me? That is why are you
the whole thread?
I did read the whole thread.
Then you would understand that the point was not to reach out and prod if you want to be taken seriously at your word.
Seriously? So you're comparing what Queen of Karma and Carly making fun of something that was clearly a painful moment in my life. And
so Carly making fun of someone is worse than Queen working with a pedo? Like actually
Did-
working with a pedo? Like giving my
Didn't
kid's
Carly
picture
work
to
with
a
a pedo?
Did she give your kid's picture to Cyrus?
No, she made fun of my kid dying.
You see how actions are different than words.
This bitch for real.
Did Carly scam
people
someone
like
out
this-
of a laptop?
Did Carly has scammed people out of hundreds of dollars? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, then let's take the numbers and let's see who got more out of it.
Oh my god.
I said categorically. I meant it.
Oh my god. So Carly making fun of the death of my child.
Are you going to just take that for all time and use it as a reason to be whatever you want to be online and say, "Oh, woo, just trolling"?
This is a really bad look, Valkyrie.
What?
So Valkyrie, there's a big back and forth between Carly, and then that gets really personal on both sides. And even I walked away from Malice with a really bad impression at first.
Okay.
You understand, like, so I don't necessarily
You can
agree with
see
the
how this whole chat hasn't really made me feel better about Malice, though. Like, she hasn't actually came at this from a perspective of wanting to settle anything. She wants to accuse me of things I didn't do, say I'm a gaslighter, and just, like, make me out to be this thing I'm really not.
So this whole thing hasn't gone as I thought it would. The whole chat thinks I set the whole thing up, which I didn't, or at least partially.
No, I mean, I think we all were in on the fact that you were having a stream.
Yeah, I informed people. I went around asking everyone, including Carly, you know, you have questions you want me to ask? Yes, I did do that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
there is no cahoots. I don't do these schemes that everyone seems so comfortable with.
I informed Malice there would be a surprise gotcha moment.
Oh, yeah. You showed me your graph thing. That's about it. I think you asked my opinion on it, and I said that it looked fine. I mean, the pieces are all there. If that's what you want to do, go ahead.
Yes, I brought it to you beforehand to see, like, you know, was I getting what you were
But
coming
I
away
didn't
with?
take the opportunity, and I didn't say, yeah, see, it was Malice, did I?
No, you
said
said
it didn't sound like Queen.
multiple people.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yes.
So, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry that you're in that pool, but if you're going to say that you're a troll and you're going to do trolly things, when trolly things happen, you're going to be suspected.
The chart was planned, yeah. I brought the chart up just to see how Malice would react to it. And, you know, because I thought at least the evidence was interesting enough to bring up to her. And I can say, I don't think it was Malice, especially because of how she reacted
expect
to
the reaction it apparently got, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be like a 5-second moment. Her going like, nah, that doesn't even sound like
me. I think I'm not going to speak for Malice, but I got the impression that it was very upsetting to her. She was offended by it.
And you know what? I get it. Reaction. I was offended that I was being impersonated too. So, I mean, this trolling nonsense is ridiculous. I agree. Maybe we should, as a group, decide that it's below us.
Yeah, and I think we should also, like I said, just not imply or accuse anyone anymore. We should just let it go and just
I was reacting to it the day it happened. That's all. It included my name. I reacted to it the day it happened. That's all.
Of course, DMS, and I'll fully admit I was trying to wire to make Malice react a little more, so I was kind of going at her. Someone said it looked like a trial. Yeah, I did that. And you know what? And now I think she's innocent. Now I'm pretty convinced she is.
Is one piece of, is one graph really a trial, though? I mean, let's be honest. This isn't
how I was coming at her.
This isn't her feet to the fire. This isn't a big deal.
A little bit.
I'm not trying to say it was Malice. If anyone's walking away with that impression, it's not that. I'm saying I didn't think it was Queen because in 4 years it's not been Queen's MO.
So, would you publicly state that you say that it's not Malice, that you do not believe currently it is Malice?
I mean, I'm not going to say I know who it is till I know who it is. I'm
not that you know, but that you don't believe it's Malice anymore.
I'm not going to say one way or another because here's the thing.
Okay.
I was willing to just let it go. Honestly, I have things going on in my real life. I've already said that I'm going to take that to a back burner. I was keeping up because I knew I'd be mentioned at some point, so I was going to watch this, no doubt, but I wasn't going to react to it. I wasn't expecting to be screamed at as soon as I came to a chat, back to the chat, I should say. But like the truth of it is, hurt people, and that these overflowing
Oh,
reactions.
don't diagnose me.
What? That's not a diagnosis. That's a phrase.
Look, it's just a phrase. All right, let's not get hung up on it. Finish what you were saying.
We can't point fingers until we know for sure. That's all I ever said. And I'm
Exactly.
not going to point fingers one way or the other until I know for sure.
And
Does it sound like Queen to me? No. But could have Queen learned new things? Yes. And I said that in my stream. Like I covered all bases, and yes, I'm sorry. The people that know my name that would have a reason to go after Sam, it is a limited pool. I didn't say that it had to be Malice, but Malice, you very clearly don't like me, and Malice, you do participate in trolling things, and Malice, you are very angry at me about this whole thing when you haven't even heard my side of it. You refuse to hear my side of it.
I tried to hear your side of it, but
No,
you
didn't.
in.
You throw buzzwords at me every time.
Ma'am, you throw buzzwords at me all the time. Like, what do you literally do the same thing.
Okay. So, again, if I didn't point the finger at you, Malice, why are you angry at me?
You heavily implied it.
I did not. Watch the content and tell me what you think. Sure. Are you in that pool of selective people? Yeah.
I think
Why?
I think
That's
that's where we should. I think that's where we should end it. Is that Malice? You should watch these streams about you, especially
listen
especially
to the critique. It's not that bad.
Especially if you're being implied or even accused of things. Valkyrie is both accused and shown screenshots of things that maybe that's part of your issue. You tried to mediate that first time. She hadn't even watched the streams yet.
Yeah,
she didn't. So I think that's where we want to end it here. Is that watch if you want to have any chance of resolving this, you need to watch her critiques, see where there's a disconnect there.
We can't get better unless we hear people that don't like us opinions about us. Is it hard sometimes? Yes. And sometimes you absolutely throw some stuff out and go, nah, I don't need that. But it doesn't mean it's all nonsense.
Hear me out. How can I trust anything coming from you when all you've done is don't get hung up on one word, Valkyrie. When I did the same thing to you, when I critiqued you and called you creepy for having a Google Drive of somebody, you came at me hot.
Was that before or after I had critiqued you on getting close to Carly to abuse that live?
What abuse that live? What live are you talking about? In specific,
I'm talking about the live where you were on the Snapchat with her and you pretended to be someone else to get information for your audience to watch.
No, that was before. Live. That was before. Didn't I invite you? I was the first person to say, hey, come into my live stream. Come into my live stream and watch. You said that. I think so. That was your somewhere.
That's when you critiqued me? Is that what you're saying?
Can I finish a thought?
I'm trying.
Or a sentence. Just a sentence.
Okay.
You said that I was the person who was taking the critique. Okay, out of everybody. I went into your DMs. Okay. I went into your DMs
you're
and I invited.
Mischaracterizing what was said. I don't know how. The DMs are up there. People can look at them.
I'm not talking about DMs. This was in your comment section. It's actually on.
You mean the one where people said I was the next Cyrus and that they were going to bully me until my life was worse than Carly's?
No, it was. I think it was on the short, or it was on your first live stream.
So yes, the one where Squid said, you said that I shouldn't gender Squid, and then Squid called me little girl immediately after, right?
Yeah, because you said gender is a fluid construct, isn't it? Didn't I ask you outright what your pronouns were?
And you said you don't care. But so that was definitely after someone called me the next Cyrus and said that they were going to bully me till my life was worse than Carly's. So continue.
So hold on now. Just because someone said that doesn't mean you have to attribute that to Malice, by the way. Okay.
Sorry. Let me clarify. She posted within that comments part.
I did.
Yeah. And you didn't mention anything about what they said and how that was too far, right?
Why would I? That's squid opinion. Am I
Well,
supposed to muzzle squid? Have
well,
I
I mean,
muzzled
you could have
you?
made your own comment,
I did make my own comment, and I told you
but
not
it
to
wasn't its
misgender
own
squid.
comment thread. I'm pretty sure it's still up.
Yeah, and you can go look at it.
To be honest, when I was going back through all these streams of yours, Valkyrie, a lot of these comments, like there were threads, but people were missing from. I don't see a lot of
I
comments.
noticed things get deleted a lot. I mean, I
So
think I
I'm so
recorded
confused right
it
now.
in
I have
my
no clue what
first
you're talking about.
stream or whatever.
I mean,
I'm pretty
wasn't
sure it
it?
was Methods of Madness.
Wasn't it? I mean,
Okay.
if we want to throw mods into the picture here, wasn't it your mod Ani that was calling me a dumbass and
Well,
all
you
that
kind of
shit?
act like a dumbass. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, even though I have an intellectual disability, isn't that ableist, Valkyrie?
See, you're moving the goalpost. That's
No, I'm
entirely
not.
different than someone saying they're gonna
Reading
bully
is
me.
ableist.
or-
Reading is ableist,
or-
isn't it? Isn't that what you said to me today?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. We didn't know that.
I mean,
did
it
we?
is. I don't know what to
YTS.
tell you. It is.
We didn't
Whether
know
or
that.
not you care enough to do anything about it, that's fine. I don't care. I'm just letting you know.
Louder.
Oh, got me. Good
All right.
job.
Well,
I can see that you really want to approach this from a place of logic.
Look, this is devolved. This is not getting anywhere, and you know,
this is what's going to happen from my side. YTS Valkyrie.
Oh,
she
are you
doesn't
going
exist.
to make up some things? Maybe
No,
do a
Valkyrie,
fake news article.
Hold on.
Valkyrie doesn't. Valkyrie doesn't exist. She is
Got him.
Not part of my community. She's orbiting and she's gaining subs and views off of me. That is the only reason why she is relevant.
You're that important.
I will no longer be even looking at her.
No worries.
I won't be talking about her.
Thank you, YouTube schizophrenic.
Yes.
You're a
thank you for coming up here and trying. And thank you, Malice, for trying as well. I didn't really expect much out of it. But I just didn't want people in the chat getting yelled at and everything else. So.
Oh, Jessica, shut your fucking face. You ate cat food on a fucking live stream. Holy shit.
So, again, I want to clarify as well. I don't think, especially after all of that before, I don't think you were responsible for anything with that. I truly think that you have Sam's best interests at heart. I know Sam is in there in the chat been asking, like, who's using her for clouts and views. That is definitely not happening.
Yep.
So, yes. So, Malice, are you all right? I know you were pretty worked up there.
I'm perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. At least I don't make up shit about people. Yeah, I troll. I make news articles. At least I'm open about it. At least I don't accuse people of weird ass shit. At least I don't eat cat food on live streams to atone for my bullshit. I mean, stuff and things, y'all. Go make another fucking 7-hour live stream about me and Ree.
Yeah, it definitely got a bit more negative than I intended. But I did ask if Malice wanted to have Valkyrie up here. Maybe I shouldn't have opposed the offer, knowing what would happen.
Cry harder. Okay, bitch, come on.
Let's not do this. Let's not do this one again.
Mega dicks. Oh, sweetie, you don't even deserve a mega dick. Who the fuck would touch you? Val is a gaslighter. Val is a narcissist, and she no longer exists. Just like JM doesn't exist. She has the time to do a 7-hour live stream while her kid, just doesn't exist? Okay, bitch. Fuck off. So none of these people exist in my world. Don't care. Bye-bye.
That's a good transition. So let's talk about the future for your channel here. So like I've seen you cover a lot of other people. You say you want to move on from Carly. So like your channel, like where are you going?
Wherever I want to, really.
Do you have any interests?
Well, we're currently doing Cyrax, we're doing Nova Online, we're doing Cobra, Cooking with Jack. We're going to start doing my asshole videos. So that's where we're going.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming up here. I'm sorry we're kind of ending on a bit of a sour note. That definitely want to rye, but definitely subscribe to Malice Black. Links in the description.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as is tradition. And I will see you
This is
next.
tradition. Bye.